Yeah, yo. It's time for the late night boxing talks. It's late at night, yo. I hope y'all feeling this boxing. Oh, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yo. So the cholesterol fight was announced. The high blood pressure fight between Andy Ruiz and Jarrell Big Gravy Miller. I like that fight. I said that in a video I did that I like that fight. I was goody, won, was goody, cervecero, que lo que maní. And yeah, I mean, that's just a great card overall. And if they add Tim Zoo and Virgil Ortiz to that show, that is a hell of a show, man. It's a hell of a show. They're gonna make the official announcement tomorrow, so I don't have a lot more thoughts to add to that because they're gonna the kickoff press conference for that show is literally tomorrow, and it's funny because the press release is from Matchroom, so we'll see what that means. That it's I didn't see a PBC or Amazon press release. The press release I saw was from Matchroom, so that kind of leads me to believe that what are they the ones promoting the show? Because it's a Matchroom press release. So we'll see. Yeah, Marty, it's probably gonna be a pay-per-view, bro. You can't have you're not gonna have all those names on one show and it's not a pay-per-view, but you can't complain about that either. If you're getting Andy Ruiz and Jarrell Miller and Isaac Cruz and Tim Zoo and Virgil Ortiz and Crawford in the main event, like I don't mind paying for a show like that at all. That's a stacked show, and it's a lot more stacked than this past weekend's pay-per-view. So I would not complain if it was a pay-per-view. Like it should be a pay-per-view. That I would look at that and say, yeah, you gotta pay for that. You gotta pay. Shout out to my man Cervecero que lo que manín. Yes, in Los Angeles, bro. Yo estoy celoso, manín. Yo me quiero mudarme para allá. Porque toda la pelea, todo el pleito, todo el alboroto está allá. Yo estoy aquí en el campo, en la selva. All the good fight towns, you know what I mean? Like the West Coast, all the good fight places and where fights is happening. LA, Las Vegas, sometimes Texas. You know, I feel jealous now that that's going down in LA at the BMO Stadium. Ow, BMO. The Gooch says, what is the over under on how many times Jules will snap on country in this live? Well, I mean, like, cause it be interruptions. You know what I mean? I'll be trying some epiphany will hit me, and then I get interrupted. You know what I mean? And I have a microaggression. You know what I'm saying? But it's in LA, and that's gonna be a hell of a show, man. Like it was already a hell of a card without today's announcement that they might put Zoo versus Ortiz on that joint. That's a hell of a fight. It's a hell of a fight, man. It's just weird that it's not for a belt, that's weird. Everybody's still talking about the Ryan Garcia thing, man. Everybody's still talking about that joint. But hey, the metrics is good. The subject is hot. If I can make money, then why not? Because now Ryan got to be a pound for pound fighter. I'm like, yo, and it's the American boxing fans. I don't see no British boxing fans saying that. I don't see none of them saying that. It's always the fucking Americans because let's be honest, the Americans are dumb. They are. I'm sorry. I didn't see not one British person saying, yeah, man, Ryan pound for pound now. He pound for pound. I didn't see nobody saying that. Only the Americans. Only in America. Because Americans are fucking dumb. I saw you followed me on the boxing voice, Henry. I know you ain't like what I said. That's why you came on right after me. I'm not Eddie Hearn, bro. I know. Y'all ain't see that Henry came in right after me. I went on the boxing voice. Shout out to Nesta Gibbs. I got nothing but love for Nesta, nothing but love for Danny, and the boxing voice. I got nothing but love for y'all. It's always good to jump on there, have a little debate. Nesta's got a lot of love for the sport, a lot of passion. Shout out to my man Willie Lynch with the Cash App donation to the American Beer Fund of Sweden. This will go to inebriating 10 alpacas in a neighborhood near you. Ow. You know what I'm saying? I had a lot of fun talking to Nesta. He's got a lot of passion, you know. He feels one way, I felt another, but it's always good to chop it up with him. I got nothing but respect for that dude. But I don't see no pound for pound fighter. If you a pound for pound fighter, you don't need all that misdirection. You don't need all that angling. You don't. If you're that, you don't need that. You know. I just wonder what Devin's gonna do. You know, because he's still WBC champion. They're letting him keep the title, but he has a mandatory challenger in the queue. He has Sandor Martin and a Haney versus Martin fight. While Devin would not be under any threat of being knocked out or being hurt by Sandor, because Sandor is not a big puncher. Sandor, you know, he's a good boxer. He can move. He's a southpaw, but he's not a big puncher. You know, he's not a guy who's going to knock you out. Uh, while Devin wouldn't be under any threat of being knocked out in that fight, it's a horrible style matchup. It is. Outside fighter versus outside fighter, jabber versus jabber. It's not a good style matchup. It isn't. So, you know, Mr. Calderon, looks bad that Eddie can put together a better card with PBC's fighters than PBC can. Mr. Calderon! Es la verdad. El Eddie Hearn. I gotta get an Eddie Hearn interview, man. I gotta get Eddie on here one of these days. It's just like I said, I never liked relying on people for content. I was never that dude. Like my content was always just my thoughts, me freestyling or whatever, you know? But I would like a Q and a with Eddie, you know what I mean? Maybe I gotta reach out and do that. I gotta do that, you know? He's a busy dude though, and I ain't trying to play phone tag. Like, hey, I should reach out to some of these cats, do a little Q and A. But like I said, it's my personality. I just don't like relying on nobody for no kind of access to be able to produce content when I could do that naturally off the dome without access. I don't need that. You know what I mean? Like I don't really, you know. But I appreciate the people out there that do that because that's a different skill set. It's a different skill set to get out there and talk to people and all that stuff. You know, I'm old. I don't actually want to talk to people. I actually get upset when people try to talk to me. But I'm a very interesting person, and people try to talk to me, and I don't want them talking to me, but they do, and then I'm forced to be polite. Inside, I'm screaming, "Leave me alone." It be like that. Michael Manning, that's respectable as all hell. I have a feeling. I have a feeling. Does anyone know if Devin took a bite of the cake to prove his jaw ain't jacked? Man, listen, man. He got his ass beat. He got his ass beat. Was there a better way for Devin to close distance without things working out the way that they did? Yes, there is. Hindsight is 2020. The mistake that I see that Devin made was he got too close to Ryan. You've heard everybody say it. He tried to hook with a hooker. And even if you were coming forward, getting that far on the inside was not necessary. You could have maintained a pocket between him and Ryan where he's getting off the straight punches, but he's not so far on the inside. And I know that it's easier said than done. All things are. Better still, clearly something went wrong. And where I think Devin went wrong is you stepped into a range where you're no good. You guys know I've said it a million times. Devin's no good on the inside. People pretend that he is, but he's not. We saw that in the Linares fight. We saw that in the Lomachenko fight, that on the inside, he's weak, he's vulnerable, and he doesn't have the power to be there, that you're not going to land with the authority that you need to fight at that proximity. So your best bet is to maintain a pocket between yourself and the other guy where you can get the straight punches out, but don't try to hook with them because you don't have the power to hook with them, you know? And I know, it's easier said than done. But that's the reality of it. That if things happen that way, they happen for a reason. Shout out to George. You think Haney wins a rematch if it happens? I mean, when you get your ass beat like that, the other guy's gonna walk in there with a chip on his shoulder. They're like, yo, I know I ain't gotta do a lot to your ass. I know like Ryan would walk in there with a chip on his shoulder that, bro, I know I could hurt you. You ain't got nothing for me, but I got everything for you. And that changes how they gonna fight. And how is Devin gonna feel in the fight? You going to doubt yourself? Do you have the mental fortitude to pull it all together and devise the right strategy? Or is it going to be a splinter in your mind, an obstacle you can't overcome that now he is the Giants to your Patriots, you know? He's the Giants that you might be the Patriots. You might be the better team, the better boxer in terms of mechanics, right? But for some reason, this dude just has your number. For some reason, is it a situation like that? Shout out to Rodolfo Lamas. Ryan is a joke. At 140, he fought a 135-pounder at catchweights. At welterweight, his future opponents will be 135 and 140 pounders. Absolutely, Rodolfo. Absolutely. Y por eso is that he's not going to be on my pound for pound, bro. Eso es pura pendejada. You fought a little dude at 140, and then it's you can see what he's doing, which is why, like, bro, that ain't no pound for pound shit. And I'm not a slave to the moment. I'm not. I'm composed and cool as a cucumber. And nah, homie, you not pound for pound. Inui don't have to do none of that shit you do to knock a motherfucker out. He don't gotta tell him this and that. Oh yeah, yo. And the other shit is he admitted. He admitted. Oh, so the whole mental health routine, that was all bullshit, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Shout out to my man Will. So it looks like Chavez versus Taylor too. Yeah, yo. It could. Because we don't know how Devin is feeling right now. We don't know. None of us know. Is this something that he can overcome? Is this something that psychologically he can bring himself back to the center and take care of business? Or does this ruin him? Because there are fighters that, unfortunately, when they lose a fight, they never the same after that. They just don't feel the same or have the same confidence or to throw punches with the same conviction. We don't know. I'm not saying that he can't. I'm saying that there have been instances where, yo, the dude got his ass beat and the dude was never the same after that. We don't know. This is all Michael's fault. This is what happens. This happened because Michael didn't join the live. Bitch ass Canadian, always talking that shit. Devin, that shit happened to Devin because of you, Michael, motherfucker. You was supposed to be on this live. Your bitch ass fell asleep and poor Devin lost. That's your fucking fault. Shout out to my man Oscar. Yeah, when Ryan let his hands go, it looked like he didn't know what to do, especially in the first round. Ryan's height, speed, and power. And yeah, he was intimidated, bro. He was intimidated. As soon as Ryan let his hands go, he's like, oh shit, oh shit. I said, yo, it looked like the dude was getting jumped. Bitch ass Michael is here.
Yeah.
Bitch ass Michael is
Hey,
here.
man, I couldn't be there that night, bro. Couldn't be there, bro.
Failed Devin, bro. You fucking failed Big Dev Dollar.
Hey, man.
You fucking failed.
I was just as shocked as you guys were,
I
bro.
hope you was getting some pussy at least.
I was actually.
I'm proud of you.
Good for
I
you, young
was.
man.
I was. Nah,
Fucking proud of
I was
Michael.
at my aunt threw me and my cousin a birthday party as so
You fucked one of your cousins?
Hey, yo, what the fuck, yo?
I'm asking a question. You could have said
Promise
no.
you.
You could have said no.
You rock for that, Jules. You rock for that.
Promise you.
Bro, I asked him if he got some pussy. The
But
first thing
nah,
he
yo,
said,
I was drunk. I was drunk as shit. I was having a good night. All my friends were there. It was a good time. Then I hear Devin's getting fucked up, and I literally stood away from it as far as possible, only because I didn't want him to kill my buzz. Because I was having a good night, genuinely.
Michael,
And then
you
I
do
woke up in
know
the morning,
Devin lost because
th-
of you,
and
Michael.
then I
You do know.
woke up and I seen Devin got done bad, bro.
yo, he got done super
Yo,
bad,
you know,
bro.
I still have yet to even watch the fight, bro.
Bro, he got like I'll tell you
I don't
without
have a heart.
exaggeration, he got done super bad, bro. And it's like I would say from round 2 to round 6, he had control. From round 2 to round 6, he was good. Like he was winning those rounds. He had a rough start in the first round, and you could see then that the difference in power is dramatic in the first round. But then
Mhm.
Devin, he regained himself, like he regained control, and he was tagging him with the jab. The problem was Devin ain't got no power, bro. Like Ryan was eating them
Yeah,
shits. He was hitting him in the face and all that, and Ryan was eating them
Bro,
shits.
no
he did.
excuses, but like, okay, what do you call it? Progray's never been down for in his whole career,
And I'm
and,
telling you, it was. I'm telling you, bro. I've been telling y'all it was an off balance shot. He wasn't hurt. His
but
legs
he
was not
hurt him
rubbery when
again.
he got up.
He hurt him again later. He made him wobble.
I know,
I
bro. I'm
honestly,
telling. Power is not something that you're gonna get later. It's not like your power can grow, but you have to have power to grow.
but you can't
Devin
have
never
Absolutely.
had
power if you're
power,
drained.
bro.
You can't have
Yeah, that's
power
right.
if
He
you're
never
drained.
did.
Is what I'm
He
saying.
never did.
And he's draining himself. You can't have power if you're drained. You could tell the difference between
Yeah,
him and
but
the way.
whose fault is that,
No,
bro?
no, no. I'm not making excuses. That's his fault. He should have been moved up to 147 by now. The problem is that you spent 10 years at 135, and then you go up to 140. Your body is not going to react to that well. You should had one fight at 140, then go up to 147. They were talking about. Remember when they were talking about going to 147 after the Prograis fight?
They should
It's
have, bro. They
because
should
they
Hmm.
have.
knew. It's because they knew that like yo like it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be just as hard to make
But you know what
140 as
also
it
you
is.
know what also I noticed, bro, that is and I know that I'm always coming down on the Americans, but it is mostly the Americans doing it. It is. If you
Yep.
really pay
It really
attention to
is.
who are these guys that they walk around so heavy and they cut all this weight, who are most of them? The
Charlo,
Americans. Look at
David,
Look
Benavidez.
at Artur Better Beef. Artur Better Beef has been making light heavyweight without fail for ages now. Bivol has been making light heavyweight without fail for ages now. He
Ages.
don't have no problem. Motherfucking Callum Smith was 6'4" at 168, but he never missed weight. He never missed weight. He
No, he
made
did.
that shit.
Right.
Hey,
Is these
Jules. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm not interrupting. Go
here
ahead.
comes country interrupting me
No,
Damn.
again.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Come
Go ahead.
on, man,
He did it
country.
again.
I thought you were done. I thought you were done speaking. So
Country's at it
that's
again.
why I shut my mouth.
Jesus
But go ahead.
Christ, country.
Yep. Can I just say,
Jesus.
Ryan, this
Chill, man.
Mormon Church of the Latter Day Saints.
Chill. Shit.
Fucking ASVP said, I saw you on a Boxing Voice stream earlier. You made some valid points. I also don't think that win puts Ryan on the pound for pound list. No, you know what it is, bro? People, with respect to everybody, but you're gonna see content creators on different platforms subscribe to this new Ryan wave because there's a lot of money in it. I know that to be a fact because every video I've done talking about Ryan, it's not just that the metrics are better than usual, it's that the commercials are paying out more if you talk about Ryan. So that tells the content creators, yo, Ryan is hot right now. He got fans, all the little joints, they little
Man,
pussies is
I don't
wet
give a
for
fuck,
Ryan.
yo. The
But
Nets is on that bullshit, bro. Stop
yeah, but I ain't going.
advertising this.
I
He's
ain't
a
gonna
pound for
talk.
pound
Yeah,
fighter,
because
bro.
I got a
Nah,
lot of
I like
respect for
Ness, but he's
Nesta.
so hit or miss, bro. For me, at least,
But you
he's
you
so hit
can't
or
tell
miss
me
with this
you
shit.
can't tell me that a dude that got to do all this shit is pound for like nah, it's trickery. You told that dude, yeah, I'm gonna make 140, knowing that you wasn't because you knew what you were doing, and he even said it. I'm not gonna weaken myself making that way. He said it like he told on
Bro, he
Well,
himself.
literally
he
tweeted. He's
did
like,
tell
"Yo,
on
I
himself,
got."
but remember, like you said, Jules, it's karma. Bill Haney tried to do the art of war shit to Cambosis, and Brian did the 48 laws of power.
Drew,
Withhold your intentions.
understand me. Drew, understand me. I don't feel sorry for Devin. I'm just looking at Ryan's performance and saying, is he pound for pound? No, because if you was
Absolutely
pound,
not.
you don't gotta. If you pound for pound, you don't gotta do all this trickery shit. If you pound for nah, he knew he ain't gotta tell. He knew he ain't got to tell Paul Butler, yeah, man, I'm coming in at 118, then come in at 122 to knock him out. No, I'm coming in at 118 and I'm going to knock you out. Very simple. It's not complicated.
Yeah,
Texting
I
me.
mean,
Somebody
shit.
texting me.
I just want to say real quick. I mean, what we saw on Saturday. I mean, yeah, there was some skill involved in what Ryan did to Devin, but like, yo, he really hit him with brute force, man. It was
Yeah.
all dirty tactics and fucking brute force.
This
You
all
know,
your fucking fault because you live in the Bronx. All this
no, it's
shit
just
is
he
your
wasn't eating
fault.
ass, bro.
What?
And
That's
Hey,
Mike
my
just has some
bro.
trench.
I eat ass, bro. That's Michael that don't eat motherfucking ass.
Yeah, Michael.
well, what
Fucking Canadians.
one of the left hooks that he connected on Haney's jaw with? You saw Haney's eyes start to roll up in the back of
Bro.
his head when he got connected with.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it was you literally
His
saw it.
eyes rolled. His eyes rolled to the back of his head like
Hey,
Viola Davis,
he
bro.
better go to
You
130,
stupid. You
147 right
fucking
now.
stupid.
If he goes to
Nah, but
147, okay, honestly, he can gain back the respect of the people. But Mario, like, he's not the best, but Mario Barrios immediately right now.
Even
Yeah, but
Michael,
Mario
what are you
can't beat
talking
him.
about? He's gonna.
let me read the super chats because I got 3. Shout out to Domo. This weekend makes me feel like David's getting got next. That's a distinct possibility. RNS1 says Ryan had no marks on his face. Pillow fist. He didn't. He looked like he didn't. He didn't even look like he was in a fight.
Right.
George said Haney has a tendency to fight more aggressively than he needs to. For example, Linares, Loma, and now Garcia. You can't establish dominance without a hammer. That's
It's because
facts.
he wants to
Straight
entertain and
up.
he wants to get that knockout.
Michael,
That
stop
I
making
can't respect.
excuses, Michael. Here's the thing. He's gonna be out at least a
What
year, Michael.
excuse?
So
You think
he's
he's
not
gonna
gonna
be out a year, Drew?
What excuse?
9 months, at least 9 months.
Bro, he's saying that because Ryan Garcia's dad said that on the boxing
No,
voice, bro.
no,
You're
that ass
bags.
whooping, Jules. That ass whooping. How long is he gonna cut? How long is it gonna take him to come
I
back?
mean, I don't know. I mean,
Bro, he
realistically, I
didn't get
don't.
knocked out.
Nah, but you know what? The shit he got his ass beat though. Like that was demoralizing though. Like it was. It's embarrassing because it's not even just the ass beating. It's what people saying. If it's two great fighters that go out there, right? If it's two great fighters that they go in and the whole world is saying that they great fighters, if one of them get their ass beat, it's really not that bad because it's like, well, y'all both great fighters. Somebody was gonna get their ass beat. But Devin was widely perceived as the guy. He's gonna go in there. This is easy. And even I thought it. So I can't talk no shit. That I thought it was a money play. I thought this
Me
was light work
too.
for you. So
Bro, I didn't even want to
Remember, he
watch
said
it,
he
bro.
was down. He
Of
was
that
down in
confidence.
he was down in Ryan, C-class fighter. He crazy, easy work, and you got
honestly,
embarrassed,
yeah.
bro.
Me too. I didn't even want to watch the whole fucking event because I
Everybody
was
laughing at
confident.
him, bro. And the thing is, he's not a man. He's not. See, like this is why I don't. This is why the older I get, the more I like fighters that don't got a lot of how can I put it, reputation, I should say. That I like a Sugar Nunez. I know Sugar Nunez is just a tough bastard, bro. He don't say a lot. He don't gotta say a lot. Just a tough motherfucker. And Manuel Navarrete, same shit. He don't say a lot. He don't say shit. So if he lose a fight, it's all right. If he don't, then he don't. But when you got all that air and all that reputation and the aura, and people got expectations, and you the young Dev Dollar, right? When you get your ass beat, that fall is hard, very hard. It's gonna be harder for you than it would be for somebody else, because
Mm.
you got all that shit around you, you know.
You know what was even funnier is that they took him and got him a cake later and were celebrating that he was still champion. I mean, what the hell? You just got your ass beaten, humiliated, and you're having a cake
They had
with
to
like
make him
Chuck
try to
E.
feel
Cheese.
better.
What the fuck?
Yeah, but that's sad, bro.
It
Yeah,
I mean,
is.
he's
Like,
already making
they're
the
not supposed to
WBC.
post that shit, bro. Don't
I mean,
post
yeah.
it.
yeah, like
At this point, you got to look at that WBC title like a participation trophy.
he's not gonna keep that thing, bro, because he can't. Like I don't think he keeps it because we just saw, making 40 now is hard for you. Just two
Yeah.
fights in, making 40 is hard for you. So he's probably not gonna keep it.
Yeah,
So
for
as
real.
soon as
What
you
is
saw him,
5 pounds gonna do, bro?
so as
It's
soon
one
as you saw
thirty
him
five.
look like Skeletor, you thought yourself, okay, he got to move
Yeah.
up now.
He shouldn't keep
Yeah,
it if
like
he
he
has to
look.
defend it against Frank Martin because that is a horrible fight. If you have to defend that belt against Frank Martin, you should just drop that shit. Because if
You talking
that
about
fight ends up
Sandor Martin? You talking about
Sandor Martin,
Sandor,
Sandor?
yeah.
Sandor Martin, he should just drop
Realistically,
it. That
Jules,
fight's gonna be horrible.
That is a
based on
horrible
Devin's
fight.
schedule, him only fighting 2 times a year, he's gonna take a while for him to get back to like that main event where he's getting those big fights.
I mean, he's gonna take some time off. He's gonna buy more ugly clothes. Because one thing I'll say about Devin is that kid does not know how to dress
Hey, the the
Like
He
at
got
the
Diddy.
all.
the good
He
thing
got
about
Diddy.
this is that this humbles him in a way where he realizes, yo, bro, you ain't no pay per view fighter, bro. I'm sorry, Devin. Like, you charged me $80 for the pro grade fight. I watched it. I bought it because I'm a big fan. But and then like you can't be on every fight pay per view, and then you're doing these fucking 12-round masterclass. I'm just
Bro,
gonna jab,
Michael,
jab,
I'm
jab,
I'm glad
jab.
I'm glad you here, Michael, because karma came for him because of what I said. You didn't win the Lomachenko fight, and
Thank you.
you never would have got here if you wouldn't have got that gift there. Karma came for your ass, and I ain't talking about the karma in Texas that be getting wet for AJ. I'm
With the
talking about
fat ass
karma
Karma in Texas,
in the ties.
I want to meet her.
Is he really ever going to be the same after this beating, though? I mean, for real.
It's
You won't
on one
know.
end you say that because he's young, right? Because he's young, he
Yeah.
has time. But on another end, you say that also because he's young, you really haven't been hardened, pause, by life yet.
no Diddy.
You haven't been hardened and made vascular and vascularity by life.
Oh my god!
Damn, just like that.
Yo,
And
no
realistically,
Diddy,
fellas,
no Diddy.
when do you see Devin ever fighting a puncher that has reflexes ever again?
Yeah, I
I
don't.
don't know. Call me
Bro,
crazy
let's
though,
Not
but
wait.
not
Let's wait
Haney,
not
for him to
not
go to
knowingly at least.
147. Let's see what
If
he can do at 147.
if
yo,
he
Let me
knows,
read the
oh,
super chat. Let me read the super chat. Real G says, since Benavides versus Vosdick has been confirmed, how do you think that will turn out? Do you think Vosdick will hurt and possibly drop Benavides? Well, look,
I do.
Wait, that's confirmed.
irrespective,
That's confirmed.
yo, Javante announced that on Saturday.
Oh shit.
He was trying to
Wow, this
steal
is
a
news.
listen, he was trying to steal a thunder because he announced it right before the card started on Instagram. So it's official, it's going down, but nobody's talking about it because Ryan whooped Devin's ass. Like
That's the
nobody's
biggest
talking
story.
about that shit. Like
Yo,
Nobody
nobody
who
cares
there,
about
who
that
and
shit.
they're talking about that in the press conference tomorrow. The Zone took all the steam out of fucking little Tank's announcement with
The
Turkey and
only thing
Ryan.
I'm gonna say is I saw the press release. The press release does not say PBC. It doesn't. I saw the press release. It says it's a match room press release. It doesn't say PBC. It doesn't say Amazon. So I'm like, I don't want to just say no shit and then be wrong. But I'm like, yo, it kind of looked like Matchroom is promoting this because it's a Matchroom press release. They don't say PBC. It don't say Al Heyman. It's a lot of Al Heyman fighters, but it
Yeah.
it don't it don't say nothing about them. So
Well,
I don't know.
hold on, Jules. Remember when you said that Al Haymon is pretty much going to be reduced to a booking agent? Well, here you go.
I'm saying Drew know the secrets. He had the steak dinners. He knows.
And Jules is connected inside. That's all I'll say. He's tapped in. No Diddy.
Honestly, yeah, like I'm all in. I'm all in the colon.
You
Hey,
see,
Jules,
fellas, you see he starts drinking that. He starts drinking that colon cleanse green juice, and he just switches up now.
I
yep.
ain't even drunk. I ain't even drunk that shit in a minute. Shout out to Will. I didn't think Devin would have been so dumb to stand at mid range with Ryan Garcia. He had stayed on the outside and smothered him on the inside. He would have done better. Yeah, because the strategy that he had to use, and look, it's easier said than done. I'm not trying to be the Monday morning quarterback, but we can see where Devin went wrong. You stepped too far into the jab to try to mix it up on the inside, but you're not an inside fighter. And just because you step in and try to be, it's not going to work, bro. You're not going to land with the authority on the inside that you should be there. So your best bet is to do a B-vol kind of thing. In and out, on your toes, pop, 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 and then get out. Because if you sit in the pocket, well, you saw what happened. You
I
saw what
mean,
happened. You saw
he's
what
got
happened.
the inside fighting style of a prom date, like just dancing up close.
Yeah, you know,
Hey, Shelton's in the chat, man. Drop the link to him.
I got you.
You know what's funny though? I want these pay-per-view numbers to be true. To see
Ryan is look. Ryan is estimating between 30 and 50 million. Coincidentally, that's the kind of money that he made with Javante. Now, what kind of numbers did he bring in with Javante? Over a
1.2,
million.
1.3.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, if they're if he said it, it's not that I'm making it up. He said it. He's projected to make in between 30 and 50 million. Well, if you're making that, that's practically what you made with Javante last year. So
Yo, Devin just made a big bag, yo. Reed just said that the pay per view with him did so bad, they didn't even get any back end money for the pay per view. They didn't get any pay per view money. They only get the
Worse.
guaranteed
They
they
practically.
weren't
So
going
they
to,
like,
bro.
probably
They
they
weren't
probably
going
like
Ouch.
lost
to.
a lot of money on that fight.
Ouch.
they
Probably.
lost. So I mean, like Devin, bro, you're not a pay per view fight. Like, I don't understand why wouldn't you want to
Because
build up
people are
more?
bro. Drew, tell him about Teofimo, bro. Just tell him. Just
I
tell him.
know that people are greedy, but don't you see that like you
Tell
just
him you don't even know
build?
that he could have been on a show, and his stupid little ass is still doing the same shit. All these yo, look, I'm sorry, but reality is reality. That yeah, a lot of these fighters are greedy. That's just the truth. That's the truth. That's the truth, bro.
Mhm.
That's why a lot of shit. That's why a lot of shit be fucked up. A lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? So
The zone paid them too much when they first started, bro. That's what happened.
nah,
That's what
not
it.
Teofimo. Fucking Teofimo think he got to get Canelo
No,
money.
it's because he sees everybody else
Teofimo,
getting paid,
no,
and he's
no,
like,
but
"Yo, I want
he,
Michael,
that."
got, he think
he
he
wanted to
supposed to
get
get
paid like he
Canelo
was
money.
Crawford. He wanted
Yo,
to get paid
remember
like
when he
he's
was?
Crawford in the main eventer.
Not
Remember when he
even,
had the
no, not
belts?
even, bro, not even. This dude really trying to get Canelo like
Yo,
Teofimo.
remember
My
when he went
like,
to Canelo's press conference with his own belts? Like, yo, we undisputed. Like,
yo, and this
yo,
what I'm gonna say. This what
he
I'm gonna say, cause
he wasn't even
I'm not with,
undisputed.
I'm not the dude that plays people the violin. I ain't with the dick eating and the glazing. Teofimo, you know what? Don't box. Retire.
Hmm.
You
He
never gonna
was.
be happy. You never gonna be happy with nothing, bro. Go away. Vacate the title and go the fuck away. Because while you're a good fighter, and you are a good fighter, there are lots of good fighters. Lots.
Hmm.
If you
Yeah,
leave,
bro.
Less,
another one is gonna step up, bro. Another
less,
one.
less
And we
We
greedy.
won't
Less
got, we
greedy.
got fellas, we got Tim fucking Tazoo. Fuck
and we
Tio.
and we won't have the delusion either if
You know what
he
I'm saying?
leaves.
Nah, I'm
Like
not gonna lie.
everybody.
Yo, I love
No,
that.
no, Michael, you are gonna lie. Fuck that.
Nah,
But you're not gonna speak French, and you're not gonna eat ass. So
I
shut
know,
up.
but you're
Michael, you
doomed.
don't speak French.
it's
He doesn't
great.
speak no French. Shelton, can you tell Michael to speak French? Oh
Sacre
shit,
bleu.
Shelton's,
No,
Shelton's
I'm
taking a
still
piss.
waiting. I'm still waiting on people to talk about the egg weights that Ryan had in his gloves and the
Oh
spike.
God,
He had
not
egg
again.
weights, bro. He had egg weights, bro.
Is that from the
Devin was
LGBT
weight drained.
community?
Devin was weight drained, bro. Stop it.
Look, man, you can't use the weight because you negotiated before the fight for the weight, so you can't use that.
Right.
Uh,
No, you kind of
the,
can.
the
Look, I'm not making excuses for him, Shelton. You know what I mean? I'm just
right,
looking at the
right.
situation and wrapping my mind around what I saw. So if me and you
Okay.
agree to a deal, if me and you, Shelton, we say, yo, we're gonna fight at 168, right? Like we're gonna fight at 168. And then at the
Look,
last minute, while Shelton did the work to get to 168, oh, I'm fighting at 172. You see what I mean? That it's
Yeah,
the
but
okey doke. It's the
also
okey doke.
Ryan paid nicely for those 3 pounds though.
But
He
it's not
paid one
about having it's
point
yeah,
five
but it's not
million.
about having it's not about having pity for Devin. It's just saying, yo,
right.
dog, at the end of the day, you knew what you were doing, Ryan. You knew you pulled the okey doke. It was never your intention to make 140, and you knew that. So you did
Right.
in other words, if it wasn't about the weight, if it wasn't, then you would have made it. If it wasn't about the weight, you didn't make it for a reason.
The
We
money,
all know what it is. That's all I'm
No,
saying.
and I get
No,
that,
he
the
and
pulled,
I
money,
he
get
pulled
that,
a
and
Eddie,
I
he pulled
understand
a
it.
Eddie Guerrero, Latino Heat, lie, cheat, and steal. What I
no,
don't
but
understand is why Bill Haney, when the new deal was getting negotiated, why didn't you ask for a rematch clause? You had all the fucking leverage, all of it.
Honestly, yeah.
Nah, I
Yeah,
you
you
mean,
know
could
what?
have negotiated a rematch
The
clause,
money was
or
debate.
smartly, you could have just said, "Fuck it, we
so
ain't
they
fighting."
looked past him at the end of the day, like rematch clauses,
The
bro.
money
They
for
weren't
being
so
overweight
common
was debate,
before.
bro.
No, no. If you really get into what it is, it was overconfidence, and I can't look. I'm not even gonna pile on Bill because at the end of
Oh,
the
I
day,
agree with that. I agree
It
with
was
that.
it was just overconfidence because everybody, and that's why I hate boxing sometimes, because everybody and they mother had Devin winning that fight. Everybody, or practically,
Yeah.
right? So if Bill was overconfident, I cannot turn around on Tuesday and act like it wasn't no reason for that. No,
Wait,
everybody thought that, yeah,
why is
yo,
it
this.
overconfident though? Because people didn't always used to put rematch clauses in every fight.
Well, clearly
No,
Devin should.
A sides have always been Michael. Mike Tyson had rematch clauses. Rematch clauses have always existed. But Jules,
Lennox Lewis
But
had one.
the problem
Lennox
with
had
the
one
statement
with
is that
Ryan.
Devin wasn't the A side. Ryan was.
Mm,
Did you
that's the
guys
truth.
see Bernard
that's the
beefing with Bill?
perfect super chat. What Jules has been saying, that super chat right there.
Did you guys?
ASVP, hey, shut up. ASVP says it's crazy because Ryan and Devin can make it a lot more doing a trilogy, but Henry Garcia said no to a possible rematch. That's karma because Devin didn't want to give one to Loma. Got a close decision. That's what I've been saying, that a lot of what we seeing, motherfuckers really wanted to sell that lie. I have maintained throughout, Devin, you didn't win that fight. And if not for you getting a gift, you got a gift. If not for that gift that you got in that fight that you didn't win, you wouldn't be here now. You probably would have had to run it back with Loma. Maybe you would have won. Maybe you would have lost. Maybe you would have got better.
Right.
But
Hey,
those
And that was one
but
those
of the
events,
most
hey,
controversial. That
a
was one of
rematch.
the most controversial fights of the year, and you still don't want to
nah,
give them
everybody want to
also.
sell a lie. Everybody
Hey,
want to sell a lie. Fucking Fight Hub did a sample size poll of close to 200,000 people, and the overwhelming majority of people said Loma got robbed.
Yep.
Right.
But
Right.
motherfuckers really want to sit here and lie and act like, nah, it wasn't a rob. No, stop with the politics, bro. I'm not fucking stupid. You not getting booed because you really won. So stop, okay?
Thank
That's
you.
why you got your ass beat on Saturday. That was
Motherfucking,
coming
yeah, but
for
they could.
you.
A rematch would go
motherfucking,
crazy, bro. You do
motherfucking.
it at 147 or catch weight 145. That'd be
We're talking
crazy.
about
No, it's
Loma,
karma.
Mike.
It's karma. It's karma. It's karma.
Motherfucking Frank Dukes came out and said you got robbed. You lost. Frank Dukes.
Hmm.
Bruh, that's why I look at it as it's not a coincidence that where you didn't want to give Loma a rematch, now you find yourself in that exact same
I mean,
situation. Oh,
Yep.
you think you got done wrong? Yeah, how do you think he felt when they gave you the decision? It's all coming back.
I
That's
mean,
that's what I do love about boxing. The pretenders sooner or later gets get separated from the pretenders, B.
Hmm.
Separating the contenders from the fucking pretenders. I like Devin. I think you're ambitious, but you didn't win that fight.
Didn't win.
You didn't. You
Right.
didn't.
And he lost his old to Diddy.
Hey, did you guys see B Hop beefing with Bill though after the fight was over and he was raising his arms and yelling Alu Akbar at
bro,
him?
what is their beef? I don't understand. That's the most random beef in boxing. Like, what is their
Look, shout
problem?
out to George. Fantasy fight. Ryan Garcia. Man, Timothy Bradley will eat his ass up. We gotta stop. Like I don't have a doubt in my mind.
Bro,
Timothy Bradley would eat him up.
yo,
Ruslan
they
providing
play
the
with
call would
Tim.
eat him up.
Yo, they
Juan
play with
Manuel
Tim. Tim
Marquez.
was
Yeah,
nice.
they mad at Tim. I did a video about what Tim said, and they not even acknowledging what Tim said. They because you don't want to acknowledge it because you know it's true, bruh. You know he telling the truth. You just a
Hmm.
hater. You just a hater. Yeah,
Bro,
shut the fuck
yo,
up.
the Tim was nice, bro. I don't know why they playing with him. Like
Hey,
he
let
knocked a
me
lot
ask
of
you a
these motherfuckers
question,
out, bro.
Jules.
He knocked them out.
Did you, did you see that shit that came on Bleacher Report today?
Nah, what came on?
Mother, if it's true, after Virgil runs through the Lorme on Saturday, he's
You
supposed to be
talking
on
about
that
the Tim
August
Zoo
3rd
fight?
card
Yeah,
fighting Tim Zoo. You got
I
to give
already
it
did.
up to Tim Zoo, bro. You got to give it up to Tim Zoo.
I
He a
already
dog.
did a video. I already did a video on that, and I'm gonna tell y'all something. You know,
That
I don't want
motherfucker
to.
dog.
I don't want to say too much, but Virgil, you the underdog, not him.
Yeah,
He got
it's
more.
too early for Virgil.
He got more time at 154 than you, and he's fought bigger. He's fought bigger and better competition
Bro,
Than
than
you.
you.
that fight with
He
Tim was
has.
crazy.
Yeah, I think it's too early for Virgil, man. I think he's jumping the gun.
Nah, it's not. It's not too early, but that fight was
Bullshit, it
crazy.
ain't, man.
It's
He's
all right.
barely had that many fights at 154. Come on.
It's alright, bro. He had a
Mr.
lot of
T,
fights.
they both throw body shots, bro. They both do. It's
He's
not one
21 and
way.
They
0.
I would.
He's 21-0 with 21 knockouts. If he ain't ready now, when is he gonna be ready?
I would honestly say that like they fight very similarly, but Tim's a lot more patient. I would say.
I would say in terms of single punching power, I honestly believe Tim has more. Look at what he did to Fundura's face in just 2 rounds while he could see. Look at he destroyed his nose, bro. He busted his fucking
He
in the
fucked
first
up.
2 rounds where he could see, he was tearing his shit up, bro.
So is he still
Yeah,
going to fight Fundura in November though too? After
Yeah, you
this?
see, that's one thing. I
no.
want him. I want him to get his belts back immediately, bro. That's what I want. Not
Bro,
of
to me,
course.
he shouldn't even be. To me, he shouldn't be fighting. Like I like the fight. Don't get it twisted. But if it's for August, get that man Bakram Murtazaliev. Get him that dude is not doing nothing right now. He got the IBF. He's a big dude. You know what I'm saying? He undefeated guy. Get him that guy.
I thought
To me,
Cocaine won that.
no, Cocaine got knocked out.
Oh, okay, my
He
bad.
got knocked out in the 11th.
Oh, okay.
Shout out to Oscar Jimenez. But does Devin really want Michael to punch him in the brown? Michael?
Where do you see that? I don't even see that anywhere.
That's what he said, bro. You gonna read the super chat or not?
No, I'm not gonna read the super chat.
Hey, but look, you got to give it up to Tim, bro. Tim is a dog. Tim's like, fuck that. I'm gonna sew this shit up. Go get me some plastic surgery. Let this shit heal. What you say, Turk? How much you got over there? I'm with it.
Yeah, I ain't
Let's
even
do it.
mad at that, but
Yo,
that is not an
Tim
easy
doesn't
fight,
waste
though,
no
man.
time. Tim doesn't waste no time.
The
But
shit is that
Huh?
the shit is that if you gonna beat Virgil, this is how you got to do it. You got to do it now. You can't wait for him to get more experience or wait for him to get acclimated.
Exactly.
You got to do it now, you know, and that's what he doing.
But that's what they're talking
The
about,
same
bro.
thing.
Yeah, but
The
that's the
same thing. Me and Jill said about Ennis at 47. You better fight him now. Don't let him get.
Yep,
Don't let him get warmed up. Fight him now.
exactly.
Get,
Shout out to Kyle. Nesta is so brainwashed. Chat said you cooked that man. I mean, look, we got different views. Nesta knows I got nothing but respect for him. But no, Ryan is not pound for pound, bro. That's
no,
crazy.
yo, Ness when he decides to make his mind, he can't change that, and he's gonna promote that bullshit. That's why, like, I can't have respect
Now,
for him.
you know what I like? You know what I really like? That right after I left, who jumped on? Henry Garcia. You ain't like what I said, did you, Henry? That shit hurt. That shit hurt. But I'm just being real. Pound for pound fighters don't need all this trickery and all this bitch ass. They don't, bro. He knew he don't gotta tell the dude, yeah, man, I'll fight you at 118 and then come in at 122. No, he don't have to do that. Crawford don't have to do that. Usyk don't have to do that. You do, because you're not built like them. So you could make your money, bro. Nobody mad you making money, but you're not pound for pound. No. No.
Yo, you see that Ryan apparently might fight Isaac Cruz on the Crawford card. They
He
talking about
said
that.
that, but Isaac is already fighting Rayo, my
No, they're
dude.
gonna kick out Ryo. That's what they're saying.
They're gonna kick out Rayo.
They're gonna kick out Ryo for
I
Ryan.
don't believe that. I don't even believe
That's what
Ryan.
the
Get the
rumor is. That's what the
bro.
rumor
Ryan didn't make 140 for Devin. He's gonna make it for Isaac.
Nope.
for the Saudi money. For the Saudi money.
Here we go with the Saudi, bro. All
Get that
right,
shit
bro. All
out of
right,
here,
all right,
Michael.
Saudi
Michael.
money after what he just
Because you
did.
see,
speak
here's
so
the
much.
difference.
Hey,
Because you speak so
no
much fucking
sweat.
French.
Jules,
That's
Ryan
what the rumor
said that
Here's
is.
he
the
got sent
That's
to
what
difference.
his
the
ass
rumor.
to
Here's the
make
difference,
money.
bro. Here's the difference. Cruz is not gonna let him come in at 143. Cruz, if he wants to fight Cruz, he gonna have to fight Cruz at 140. Because believe it or not, Isaac Cruz has a big fan base too.
That is true. It's grow. Well, it's growing. It's growing. Like Drew's asshole grows whenever somebody say some gay shit. Isaac's fan base is growing. Drew was in rare form.
Like
What are you
Pitbull
talking
Cruz.
Yeah,
about?
Drew was in rare form on
Devin did that
Saturday,
dumb
B.
shit, right?
But on
Devin
some
did
real
that dumb
shit,
shit, right?
listen,
You think
listen. On
you think
some
Matias is gonna go for that? No,
nah,
he's not
they
going for that. If you want to fight
nobody else.
me for
That's
my
the thing.
title,
That's
you're
the
gonna
thing
fight me at
that
140.
nobody else. I don't think anybody else, especially not now, is gonna put up with that shit. I don't think like nah. We not gonna play these games, Ryan. If I got to shut down this fight, then so be it. You ain't catching me slipping
The
out here, B.
Devin was too money hungry, bro. Guy came in off weight. You're still fighting him. You had every reason to pull out. You could have.
He left it in, bro.
Oh, come on, bro.
Michael, you ran into that. Michael, what the fuck?
Yo, you know what's fucked up? I don't know if y'all heard the rumor, but Teofimo was supposed to be made an offer to fight on that same show, and he priced himself out.
Of course.
There you
No,
go.
no surprise there.
I like yo. Honestly,
I'm just
yo.
thinking, could we have gotten Lopez versus Isaac Cruz? Because we know that Isaac is on that show. We know that he is. So
Oh,
was that a possibility that like was they trying to make Lopez versus Cruz? And what I've been told, yeah, this kid wants to get paid like he's fucking Canelo, basically. You want Canelo money, bro. That's why I said don't box, bro. Just retire, bro. Just
what's
get
the
out of here.
Why
fire,
would
bro?
he
It's
Yo,
never
fight?
gonna.
Why
It's
would he
never gonna be
fight?
enough, bro.
Why would he
Fighters
fight
like
Pitbull
Tio.
Cruz when he can fight Claggett, bro? Why would he fight Pitbull Cruz when he can fight Claggett?
Exactly. Go fight Claggett, bro. Go fight Bob Saget and Uncle Jesse
Claggett.
and whoever else, bro.
He's gonna fight a guy named Flaggett on
Fighters with
Pride.
Teofimo's mindset does not belong
Think
in the
about that
sport.
for a second.
Bro, you got to get off that Bronx ass microphone, bro. Sound like you fucking talking to me from a BlackBerry,
that's
Shut
true.
up,
virtuoso.
I ain't gonna
Flaggett.
lie. Yo, Virtuoso and Drew always have the worst mics on you. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
And Chris.
not for nothing. Even though
And
Michael
Chris.
don't speak French, his mics is consistently clear, bro.
It's the
Kind of
same
phone you
one.
got,
Just
Michael?
it's just a phone, iPhone 15.
It's a
That's you
Trudeau
see.
phone.
That's why. That's why. Because he
I
got the
can even
iPhone like me. Shout out to Michael. Shout out to iPhones.
I can even hear
Um.
the spit coming out of
Nah, I'm not gonna lie,
Michael's.
though. StreamYard be turns this thing to a fucking hot pocket, man.
Yeah, it does though. But remember, when I use Streamyard, you should use the app instead of using it
I
on the
am using
browser.
the app. I
You
am. I
using the
am.
app?
The
Well,
app
I
makes
don't.
it. The app makes it not as hot as the browser, but still over time makes it hot.
Then get on your fucking laptop, Michael. What the fuck?
No, no,
See that? Then that's your fucking fault, then, bro.
no.
Like,
I'm not gonna have this big ass laptop just to
Fuck,
talk to you fucking
Michael.
idiots.
all you
Y'all don't
gotta
know.
do is put
Y'all don't know shit
headphones on,
about boxing,
Michael.
anyways. Y'all picked Devin anyway, so fuck.
So did you. You was the one talking about Big
I
Dev
didn't watch the
Dollar.
fight. I didn't watch
You
the
was the
fight.
one
The
talking
fucking.
about Big Dick Dev.
I didn't
You
watch
said
the
Big
fight.
Dick Dev Dollar. That's
I
what you
didn't watch the
saying.
fight. You bought the fight. You watched that shit, and
You was
You
so
you
didn't pick
confident
Devin.
that Devin.
you
You was so confident that Devin was
no.
gonna win. You didn't even buy the fight.
Okay, exactly. And I saved $80 while you watched
Michael,
Devin
you
get
low
his
key
ass
bought the
whipped.
pay per view.
Okay.
Fuck you, fucking Michael.
Did
I'm
you
gonna
low
go
key pay
fucking.
the pay per view?
I'm gonna go take a fucking piss. Drew, sing a song.
Drew's not even here. He
Drew's
comes
right
on
there,
here. He
bro.
comes on here for 30 seconds to say some gay shit, then leaves. Then he comes back 30 minutes later, say some other gay shit, then he leaves again. It's literally what he does every single time. Literally every
Yo,
single
Drew,
time.
yo, Drew, Michael's tired of your shit, yo. Fucking mad. I'm gonna go use the bathroom.
Don't all speak at once, guys.
I know, huh?
I'm
All
sorry.
right. Yeah, I was tripping off of Bill and Bernard still, feuding with each other, man. I was like,
Yeah,
what the
like,
hell?
can somebody tell me what is that over? Like, where did that start and why?
I think Bill was talking some shit, and Bernard got pissed off, and because I remember something about that before, because Coach Malachi was talking to Bill about it, I think, and it was a while ago though. But building up to the fight, I think Bill talked a little too much shit, and he pissed off Bernard, and ever
Well, he's
since
talking shit
then,
about Ryan. No, he's not talking shit about Bernard. Fuck, you have to talk shit about Bernard for. Bernard doesn't even like Ryan.
I don't know. Bill was saying a lot of different shit though, bro, for real. And for whatever reason, all I know is Bernard, like Ryan's dad, went to shake his hand, and Bernard tried to get in the way. At one point, he's raising his arms at Bill and yelling "Allahu Akbar" and like mocking him, and I was like, going, "Wow."
That's crazy. Bernard's mad disrespectful.
I mean, it is kind of inconvenient, like how Oscar and Bernard, all of a sudden, then Ryan's corner after a win, but when he lost, nowhere to be found.
Well, I mean, look at the look on Oscar's face before the fight. during the press conference and all the rest, he looked pissed off and like fucking mad. And
Yeah, he
then
had
after
to put up the
Ryan
right
won, he was all smiles and happy. It's like, dude,
winning cures everything.
that shit was hilarious.
Oh man. So yeah, man, Big Dev Dollar, man, got chin checked. Now he's gonna have to left to pick up the pieces of his chin.
Oh, he better leave Tank alone. I'll tell you that right now.
He better leave Tank alone. He better let Subaru Matias alone.
Dude, yeah, he don't want to go nowhere near
It's
Matias.
different.
Matias will put his ass in the hospital.
It's the weight cut, man. I don't want to sound like a fucking Devin Haney fanboy. Yo, a healthy Devin Haney at 135 or 140 beats Devin. I don't give a fuck. I still stand on that. A
What did you
healthy one,
just
not
say?
great.
What?
I think a healthy Devin Haney at 140 or 135, who's not weight drained, can beat the Tank.
Dude,
Mike, I think
Michael, he can't make 135 anymore
No,
without
I'm just
draining
saying.
it.
No, it's a fantasy. It's a
Mike,
fantasy
I
match,
think
bro.
there's no way we can get a healthy Devin Haney.
Nah.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
No, unless he
I
goes to
think he fucked.
147.
I think he fucked up his liver, his kidney. Something happened to him because the way, look, you only had 2 fights at 140, and you are looking vain right now. No, you're done. I think Devin Haney physically is as good as it gets.
No,
Not right now.
I believe what happened at 140. The reason why it took why it's so fast for him to like not be able to make the weight again is because he spent 10 years at 135. Boxers never did that before. You're not supposed to do that. I think he was
Yeah,
waiting for that Tank
what,
fight. They didn't want to fight him, so that's
I
his
have a
fault for waiting
question.
that long.
Mike, what do you think
Hold
10
on.
years of cutting weight are going to do to your body?
Oh man,
Yeah, that's true.
I'm
That's
sorry,
true.
guys. This may sound like a stupid question, but do you think anesthesia is a performance enhancing drug?
Yeah.
It is. Yeah,
Yeah.
damn it. Yeah, I was wondering if Devin can try that before he goes into the ring.
Anesthesia. Get out of here with that.
Yeah.
He's
You
gonna leave
wildin',
him, bro.
dude.
I think he's going to, if he goes with anesthesia, I think he's going to feel pretty good on his single legs for 5 rounds till he recovers from a good punch on the face.
I still can't believe they got him a cake after the fight and we're celebrating that he was still champion. I mean, that just yeah, that's
Anything to
cringe.
cheer him
Well,
up,
bro,
Country.
they're
Anything to cheer
just
him up because it's a tough loss, man. You lost here to
they're
amateur
just
It
trying to
is,
rival.
lift
but I
his
mean,
spirits, bro. They're just trying to lift his spirits. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
but that's cringeworthy, bro. I mean, come on. I
No, what's
mean,
cringeworthy is
You look at
posting it.
it.
You're not supposed to post it after a fight like that, bro.
Exactly. You're
Nobody
supposed to
needs
go
to
back
see
there for the
that, bro.
love.
Nobody needs to see that, bro.
It
what's
is
more
what it.
cringeworthy is that you didn't speak French or eat ass, man. I mean,
I
come
don't
on.
even know how.
That's his question.
Don't even
but
Walk
know
look,
how.
into another one, Michael.
but look, here's the other thing. Here's the other thing. I know that we talked about it here on the channel that Golden Boy looked a lot like they were on the verge of a renaissance, and it looks like it's beginning. You know what I mean? Like it looks like they about to do their shit. Now, unlike Drew with his fucking spirit of chaos bullshit, I still have Canelo
Oh,
winning the
fuck
fight.
you.
Yeah, I still have Canelo winning the fight, but you kind of got to figure that, with the division of, because what people are talking about right now is that, or the rumor that I was told, is that the stable is being divided. The PBC stable may be divided between Matchroom and Golden Boy. That's what I heard last week. And I don't know, man. I mean, if this many PBC fighters are going to be fighting on a Matchroom show, if that turns out to be true, yeah, dog, that's how it's looking. And
So
Heyman is just
what you're
booking it.
telling me,
But
like,
here's the thing: Turkey might be able to save them out of the grave because he just posted like I'm gonna be working with. You saw that, right? He's
No,
posted
I
like
saw that, but you
he's
know what the announcement is though, like that the picture that we saw could have been in relation to tomorrow's announcement. You see what I
right?
mean? That it could have been that could have been what he was talking about. That, well, yeah, you talking to Luis de Cubas and Lupe Valenzuela because you got all these PBC fighters on the show.
man.
I don't know that means that, yeah, yo, I'm gonna pay for all your shows all year. I don't know if it mean that
Nah,
like that
you're
because
right.
that's what it would take to save y'all ass. That You need to be able to do regular shows because it looks like you can't. And
I
and
mean, so what you're kind of telling me is it's kind of a waste of time to just end up on fucking Amazon where they don't fucking not committed to you and go to the zone where they have a fucking budget.
which is what you should have did last year. Which is
Yeah,
what you should have did last
they're
year.
looking mad
You know what I
stupid.
mean? Motherfuckers is dumb out here. Cause the rumor that I heard was the free show. They was planning on doing a free show. I heard that. I so well that wasn't even a rumor. That was a report from Dan Raphael. The free show was supposed to be in June. The rumor was that it was going to be Boots and Stephen Fulton on the same show. Now, clearly, that's not going to be the situation. Boots is at Matchroom.
Bro, I've been hearing about this free show since December, bro. It was supposed to be in February, then it was supposed to be in April, then it was supposed to be in
Hey
May, now
guys,
June,
hold
and there's
on.
nothing announced for June yet.
You're missing the best detail. That free show is gonna feature drumroll please, David Morrell.
Probably.
And he's
Probably.
moving up to 147
Kalajic.
because they
Laughing at
wasted
that?
David Morrell's time at 168. They could have done some
Yeah, but he's
but
boo boo the fool. He's boo boo the fool. Because if you saw that Subriel left and you saw that Boots signed a Matchroom, all right, what are you doing, bro? You still gonna keep beating
well
the drum for a David Benavidez fight? You want to keep? It's been over a year, bro. You want to keep doing that shit?
we don't know how his
That's on
contract's
you,
set up.
man. Listen, man, I ain't hearing that shit. I ain't even hearing that shit. A lot of motherfuckers really just do it to they self, quiet as kept. Like, bro, if you trying to go over there, just go over there, bro. Simple as, you
Simple.
know. Simple as, you know what I'm saying? Like motherfuckers be blaming it on this and that when I'm like, yo, Danny Jacobs left, Better Beeve left. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker
Hmm.
Subriel left. Frankie Sanchez left. Wilder left. You know what I'm saying? You still over there? What you think gonna happen? They got
I
you
Take a
mean,
fighting
page.
hot. They got you fighting hot rod, bro.
Take a page out of Floyd Mayweather's book. Leave your promoter, go to Bob, and have Bob take care of the legal shit.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hey,
I'm
I'm
saying.
excited for Big Baby talking shit again, man. I'm not gonna lie. That dude's
I
funny
like
as
that
fuck.
fight.
Yeah,
The
that's a good
cholesterol.
fight. It's a good
I like
fight.
the cholesterol fight. That's a good fight. I like the cholesterol
This
fight.
is
Like
a battle of which fast food is better.
honestly, yeah,
Like
it's gonna be In and Out Burger versus what's
Burger
the
King.
fast
what's
five guys, five guys.
Five
Uh,
Guys, yeah. You know what I'm
Five guys is
saying?
better anyways. So,
Really, what it is, you know what it really is, because Big Baby is from Brooklyn, so this is gonna be Jumbo's versus In and Out Burger. That's what it's gonna be. Cause Jumbo's is the big shit in Brooklyn and New York. That's the big shit, the big
no,
food
it's
shit or whatever.
Jumbo's versus Taco Bell.
Nah, Taco Bell's not nobody like Taco Bell is like a fat bitch you get a blowjob from. Like that's like a guilty pleasure. Nobody really swears by Taco Bell. Like nobody really
Andy
likes that
does.
shit.
Andy does. Look at
I
it.
don't, I'm like, yeah, motherfuckers eat that shit, but motherfucker don't be like, damn, this Taco Bell slamming. Nah, I don't be seeing people
no,
saying that
no self-respecting
I don't
people
even know
would bring
how
up
that's
Taco
still a
Bell.
franchise. Like that shit is horrible.
because I told you it's a guilty pleasure. It's like that fat joint you get a blowjob from. It's like, bro,
Bro,
like,
I figured McDonald's can be that. It's a
yeah,
big
but
Yo, that
McDonald's
revenue.
meat,
price,
that
yeah, but
taco meat is
McDonald's
just
is
fucking
bugging out.
pussy.
McDonald's is charging Chick-fil-A prices these days. Like y'all
Yo,
bugging
they
out. Like
are. They are.
y'all
You know,
bugging out.
you know.
Only
For
reason
me,
motherfuckers went to y'all was because it didn't cost a lot. We know it's not real cows y'all using. You want to charge Chick-fil-A
no.
prices for come on, B.
For pink
For me,
slime.
it's coming to about like a $16 meal nowadays.
Bro, what's like a Big Mac is like what, $8 now? That's crazy. Like
Yeah,
y'all
Yeah, burger
bugging.
and fries these days are
And
$16, man.
y'all remember?
it's
Y'all
it's
remember the $5 meals?
Oh
Bro,
yeah, the
them shits
dollar
don't
menu.
exist. They don't exist anymore, bro. Them shits is like
I
damn
go
near
to
$10 or something.
I go to the $1, $2, $3 menu, and everything's like $5.99.
That's because you still have one, bro. In certain McDonald's out here, I don't even think they have that shit.
No,
I
they
usually
kill
get a
that shit.
certain I usually get certain shit. I get two cheeseburgers and a Big Mac. That's my go-to shit. And you know that shit that shit it's not like
Bro,
it's not expensive. It's just that yo, this is expensive for McDonald's cuz I didn't like the reason I would go to y'all was because it's cheap carbs. That's why I would go to y'all. It's cheap carbs that if I want a little quick 1,000 calories, bing, go to McDonald's. Now this starting to cost what Chick-fil-A costs. For that, I might as well go to Chick-fil-A.
I mean, speaking of Chick-fil-A, they don't even give out chicken; they give out morsels.
Yeah, they give out morsels and shit, bro. fucking
That's
fucking
nuts.
shit.
I
Fucking cheap
really only
bastards.
eat McDonald's
Okay.
breakfast. Their breakfast is way better than their food menu, than their lunch
All right.
menu.
So
Honestly, yeah.
what round does Andy knock this guy out?
You think he
I'm
knocks him out?
thinking of the speed. If it's Andy,
He ain't
the
fought in
Andy,
speed
2 years.
does.
He ain't
yeah.
fought in 2 years, Michael.
Yeah, but like Jarrell, bro, Jarrell's just big and fat, bro. He's
So
just
is
big
He
and
Andy.
hits hard.
fat.
Yeah, and
And
Jerome
cause
never.
Andy's skinny, right?
No, but we're not gonna do that because Andy don't fight. He don't fight like a fat guy
Why are
though.
you fat
He
shaming,
don't fight like
Michael?
a fat guy. He just is fat, but he
All
Motherfucker
don't
right,
said
fight
all
like
right.
a
that
fat
shit
guy.
like Andy not fat out here. What
No,
you?
but like he
Honestly, no,
does
you're done,
Andy
Michael.
fight like that
Honestly,
though?
what I want them to do is to get those sumo diapers, just have a sumo wrestling match. That's what I want to see those two
No,
fuckers do.
I want them to make the ring smaller. I want it to be a 16 by 16 ring, bro. Fuck that shit. Like no moving. Y'all ain't gonna move anyway. Just go.
They're not gonna move.
Just
No,
Yeah,
they're
go
gonna be in the middle. They're gonna be in the middle of that fight.
just go because they're both flat-footed. Like Andy is a great boxer. Make no mistake, he is a great boxer, but he never had feet to be fast
No,
and
he's
and
just gonna
he
come
never
forward
did, bro.
and do them combinations
I
with
don't think
quick
Big
ass
Baby's
hands.
going to be able to contend with Andy's hand speed, even though he hasn't fought in a long time.
Yeah, and you know that Jarrell doesn't have Jarrell's a volume guy, but he never had like power that he'll stun you, you know? He'll wear you down, like he'll get you tired, and then as he keeps punching you, he could get a knockout. But he don't got the kind of power that, oh yeah, he'll stop you dead in your tracks. He gotta land a lot of punches for that to happen. If you really look at it, he landed more punches on Daniel Dubois than Kevin Lorena did, but Kevin did more damage.
Yeah.
Kevin actually had him woozy out here more than once. Jarrell didn't really do that to Daniel. So, you know, it's
What
go
Andy are we gonna get? We're gonna get a fat one, chubby one,
Who knows?
like.
We're going to
bro.
get
Like,
a
No,
fat
I'm
Andy
looking at his.
who's
I'm looking
Mike.
at his
more
IG
sleepy
right
No,
on the
no,
now.
couch.
I'm looking at his
Mike.
IG right now. He's lost too much weight.
Mike, rest
He's.
assured, he's gonna be fat.
he-
Don't worry about me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
it
talking
doesn't
about
matter.
food.
Don't
Is he
It's
gonna
not
be?
fat. It's shit.
yeah, Wally sound like he was talking about his tax return. Like, Michael, don't worry, you'll get a refund. Don't worry. you
We
know what
go,
I'm
don't
we
saying?
worry.
go, hey, we going to get the fat divorce sleeping on the couch, Andy.
Yo,
We
his
need
bitch
that
got
AJ.
his bitch got a restraining order on him, bro.
Ruiz
Right.
Joshua.
That's because
We need the Joshua Ruiz one.
he
Andy.
tried to take her food and she
That
got
dude's
pissed.
dangerous.
Oh, it's because he
That
was wearing her fucking bras, bro. Like, he got the man titties. He put her shit on.
Don't worry, Michael. Andy will be some kind of shape. Not sure he'll be in
S-
shape, but he'll be some kind of
round.
shape.
Nah, I
Round
heard
is
he's
it?
divorcing
Round
because
is a
he has
Hair's
a
shape.
bigger pen
So,
stamp.
Jules, quick question: what's become of Fundora and Zoo fighting like at the end of the year? I mean,
Well, the
is that even
problem,
going to happen or is it
I don't,
not?
bro. I don't even think it's on the table, bro. Because if you think about it, if Zoo's busy with Virgil, that frees up Fundora to go fight Spence if he wants to fight Spence. And who really thought like I was never sure if Fundora was gonna do it. Like, are you really gonna fight Tim Zoo? Are you really gonna fight him again? But if Tim is otherwise preoccupied with Virgil, and however that fight goes, right? Because maybe Tim wins, maybe Tim loses. In either event, that's gonna be a hard fight. Somebody gonna get hurt. That frees up Sebastian to go beat the shit out of Spence or something. Cause hey, Spence was there, right? He was there. Samson said he wanted to do it. So, maybe he does that.
Yeah, there's the next PBC event whenever that happens.
Right at the end of the year. If the PBC is still a thing at the end of the year.
But I thought Fundora's nose was broken and he couldn't fight until October.
You know that was bullshit, bro. You know that was bullshit.
They don't
You know,
want
like
Crawford.
they said that shit because they don't want to be on the hook for Crawford, bro. That's what that always was. Like y'all just don't. You was willing to entertain Spence, you was willing to entertain Tim, but Crawford, no way. Crawford has to wait. That's what he said the night of the fight.
I mean,
Crawford
bro,
has to wait.
did you see the look on his trainer's face when Fedora said, "Yeah, I would like to fight Crawford"? It's like, are you fucking kidding? Are you crazy?
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Crawford, man. That dude it's a dude, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's fucked up, man. It's fucked up. I
Yeah,
still
man.
feel a little bit sad for Devin. I still feel that sadness a little bit, though.
No, you
Quietly.
don't.
Why?
Hey man, I'm over it, man. It's Tuesday. Tuesday night.
Nah, it's
We
only
gotta move
because
on.
he's young. It's only because he's young, and I know that for him, everything was all good. Everything was all good before Saturday. You know what I mean? Everything was all good before Saturday.
There you
Now
go.
you in a very different place right now.
Stop.
Very different
Stop
place.
draining yourself, bro. You're damaging yourself.
Well, what
You look
amazed me,
horrible. You look
what amazed
horrible
me
at
is
the weigh-in.
what amazed me is after he got his butt whooped, he's actually tried to stand up on the ropes, but he was
Yo, I
struggling.
know that shit was so sad.
I
Like
was
I was like,
I thought Teofimo's backflip after y'all remember that he did a
yeah,
backflip
nah,
after
yeah,
the
that
yeah.
wasn't
kickboxing?
as bad. Nah, that wasn't as
Nah,
bad.
bro, Devin was about to fall down climbing up the ropes,
Nah,
bro.
but dude,
He
dude
was like,
literally did backflips, bro. Like I won, bro. I'm doing backflips. Did multiple backflips, bro. That's
yeah,
worse.
that
Now,
shit.
this is what you
That
get
was
when you're a
worse.
154 pounder boiling down to lightweight all those years.
Exactly. You
Yeah.
can't. You like stop boiling down, bro. You're fucking huge. Go up in
Honestly,
weight.
yeah, that if you're rehydrating to 165 the night of, or you're walking around at or around 165, 170, where you should be is welterweight, bro. Honestly, yeah, that's you should be a welterweight.
Bro, and he
The
looked horrible at the press conference or the
yeah,
day before the weigh-in. I posted on my Twitter, I'm like, yo, this guy looks like just as bad as what he did at 135. I'm like, yo, go up and weight immediately after this fight.
I wonder if he has a nutritionist, to help him do this because you'd be surprised how many fighters don't have a
So
nutritionist.
Danny, Danny's really close to Devin. He's in his camp or whatever. The one on the Boxing Voice. He said that he has a nutritionist for him to be exactly at 140, not anything below, like exactly at 140, so they don't waste any extra energy or anything like that. So he pays his nutritionist a lot of money. That's what he
Damn,
said. That
Well,
shit didn't
I
help.
hope I
that
hope
shit
it
didn't
was
help.
worth it. I hope it was worth it to have all those years pretending you could punch when even fighting those little guys, you couldn't hurt them.
You couldn't hurt them.
But
Linares, bro. Linares was the ultimate red flag because we know that Linares, God bless him, very skilled guy, 3 division champion, one of the best right hands at or around those weights. But he's always been chinny. He could never take a solid shot. And when I seen Devin couldn't KO him, I'm like, come on, Devin. Him and Gambo, come on, Devin. These is
mm.
the chinniest guys at
Yeah,
lightweight.
Gamboa. That was when I was like, all right, bro, you don't got nothing. You don't
You
got
don't got
nothing,
no
bro.
power, my guy. Like you couldn't find two chinnier guys at 135, bro. Like them dudes,
Hmm.
them dudes regularly go out, bro. They
Like
regularly get
Gamboa,
knocked
bro.
out. Couldn't knock out
Both Gamboa
Glamboa.
is crazy.
Couldn't knock out
Before
Glamboa.
before recently, uh, Jorge had 7 losses after Devin Haney. Devin Haney was the first one he lost by decision. Everyone else was knockout.
Yeah, Gano. Um, I forgot the other guys who knocked him out before Loma knocked him out because he was knocked out before that. He was knocked out. In any event, bro, if you can't knock that dude out, you know what I'm saying?
And
It speaks for itself. It
Leo
speaks for
brought up a
itself.
good point. Like draining yourself for that long, you're at the 135 for 10 years. That did a lot of damage
I think so,
to your
yeah.
body,
I think so.
and it's not gonna come back. I don't think it's gonna come back.
I mean,
I
you guys.
think this is the sign for Shakur Stevenson to add something to his repertoire because what I've seen in court is now people saying that's what's going to happen to him.
He's got
That he
he's got
and
to be a better inside fighter. That's
yeah.
long and short of it.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, like this whole and that's been the theme the last 3 days because it's finally people are starting to wake up. They're like, y'all all fighting like a old Floyd. You want to fight like a old Floyd because you're not fighting like Floyd when he was your age. You fighting like Floyd when he was in his late 30s, bro. That's how you fighting. Why are you fighting like that? You know what I mean? And these young guys with this motherfucking shell, and I'm gonna just pot shot. Yeah, stop that shit, bro. Stop with the Floyd clone shit. Be you, bro. Stop it. Nobody likes that shit. And people not gonna want to pay to see you fight anyway if you keep doing that shit. They not. All right, so stop that shit. Better get
Yeah,
some inside game.
Philly Shell is like the ultimate sign of like, yo, I'm
Mm,
aboard the crowd that
Yeah,
cheers, bro.
bro, you know what that shit is? That's like that Palestinian. You know the scarf that motherfuckers wear, the douchebags. You ever been downtown, motherfucker got that
Yeah,
Palestinian scarf
The
with like a
cardigan.
jacket? It's like, yeah, it's like when I see a shell, I just think, oh, here's the douchebag. Whenever I see the shell, and I'm like, here's another fucking douchebag. This
Other than
fucking Philly
James,
show.
other than James
What up,
Tony, was
Jules?
there anyone who did the Philly shell that didn't suck?
What's up,
No,
Bias?
James Tony did it. Andre Ward did it. Bernard Hopkins did it. Nicolino Loche did it. A lot of fighters
A lot
actually
of
used
fighters
it.
did it well.
A lot of fighters did it well, but don't get into forget the Mayweather era and just go backwards from the Roy Jones era, and you'll see that there were lots of fighters that did the shell. Floyd just popularized it, so you had a lot of half-assed attempts to do the Philly shell after Floyd. That now you're seeing guys do it and they suck at it. Where before, if you saw a guy using the shell, it was pretty good. Guys were pretty good with the shell. It's like that song on the radio that ends up on Z100 and now you can't get the fuck away from it. It's fucking everywhere. It's in the department store. It's in a bodega. You're on a car. It's just playing in a car. It's like that. They're like, yo, y'all overusing that shit. There's nothing wrong with a conventional high guard. There's nothing wrong with that, bro.
You,
And for
you
some of
know,
y'all should be using it.
okay, do you know what it is, Julius? Is it almost feel like you're being lazy. Meaning,
Yeah.
it is hard to train in boxing to have a high guard because in order to have a high guard, you have to keep your front hand, you have to keep it relatively high, and that feels unnatural, especially at the beginning. After a while, you get used to it, but it's more easy to just lay your left hand, if you're an orthodox fighter, lay your left hand down because you're not giving it up. If you go a full round with your left hand up, it's gonna drop, especially for the beginners. So most of the guys, I feel they don't do it because it's just easier.
It is easier than having two hands guard, especially when you're tired and you're getting punched in the arms. It is easier having one hand up.
Then alternate the guard. If you're gonna hang back, alternate the guard. Use the shell if you're gonna hang back. But if you're gonna come forward, I don't think it's a good idea to come forward because one of the deficiencies that I see with a lot of guys that use the shell as they try to close distance, they're in the shell and they end up getting hit on the way in. Because the virtue of the shell is that if you can put your weight on your back foot, hang back, then you can roll the punches off the shoulder. But it's harder to do that if you're the guy that's coming forward. If you're the guy that's coming forward, well, it's going to be harder to hang back then. So you should use a high guard when you come forward. And for Devin, who has pause, he has length, he has a reach. It'll be easier to catch and counter out of the high guard than the fucking shell. The hand's all the way down here. Yeah, no.
I mean,
But
Devin's
what the
hands are
fuck?
down there anyway because he always, whenever he jabs, the hand that's go towards his chin, trying to guard his chin, always drops, and then he
Yeah.
dips.
Yeah.
That's why Ryan kept catching him with the hook.
That
Yep.
exactly, like the right hand was not right here. It wasn't right here. If you go back to the first round of the fight, when Ryan first counters the jab with the left hook, Devin's right hand wasn't even here to protect it. He hit him clean with that shit, bro. Devin was so
He did
you
the
know,
stanky
man.
leg. You made me
He
so
did.
proud today, Jules. You made me so proud because I was arguing earlier about this. I personally think anybody that puts Ryan Garcia on the pound for pound really is just a prisoner of the moment and a pure
Bandwagon.
Jackal.
They're on the
That's
bandwagon,
just
bro.
I'm biased.
They're
That's just the
glazing.
glazing, and I'm not with like that shit. Two things: one, I'm not with that shit, but two, it's always the Americans doing it. I don't see no
Always.
Brits talking about how Ryan is pound for pound. I don't see because that's a stupid fucking thing to think and say. Like, nah, homie, you not pound for pound. If you like that, you would have made the weight. Now, if you would have made the weight and did that, now we could talk. You didn't make the weight. That
Even
shit
if he made the
matters,
weight,
bro.
it's still a very, very, very long shot because, I mean, I understand it's subjective, but part of pound for pound is, excuse me, sorry, it's about what you've accomplished as well. You know, it's about your history. You don't just get
No,
there in
no.
one shot. People also, you want to use Bivol. I'm like, well, Bivol was a champion, a defending champion, and an undefeated champion for numerous
Look,
years.
I'll put it to you this way, unbiased. Now Devin is off my list because the rule is if you lose, you're out. You lose, you're out. That's how it is. Any fighter coming off a loss cannot maintain a rank until such a time as they get back in the winner's bracket. That rule is there for a reason. I don't know if you're going to be good when you come back. You got to show me you good when you come back, right? So Devin is out. But before Devin was ejected from the list, he was at number 8. Number 8. If Ryan would have made the weight and did what he did, he would have came in at number 10. If you would have made the weight. You didn't make the weight. You're not a champion. You're not. You're not a champion. You don't have no belt. For you to prove that you on the level, you got to subject yourself to the same shit that he knew he does. The same shit that Crawford does. The same shit that Usyk did at cruiserweight. You're not like, no, homie. You didn't do that. So until you doing that and winning belts like these other guys, you not pound for pound. I
Hey,
ain't a
Jules.
slave to the moment.
Hold on,
Hey,
and you know
Jules.
what makes it worse though in regards to that is that us American fans have gotten to the point where we take anomalies and exceptions to the rules like Ryan Garcia and try to make a broad stroke application on it, trying to say that well fighters can just circumvent the titles because they ain't about that no more. Bullshit. We wouldn't
If it
know
ain't
about
about that
Raymond.
no more, then no. If it ain't about that no more, then stop talking about pound for pound. It's very simple. You want the praise and the plaudits without the work, and that's why I don't like American boxing fans, and I don't like the American boxing scene because it's just a bunch of gimmicky bullshit to compensate for the fighter that you're not. You're not that good, bro, Javante. If you was that dude, you could have got Loma in the ring. You could have got T.O. in the ring. You could have
Right.
got George in the ring. You could have got Devin in the ring. You wait up. The only reason you full champion now is because you waited all of them out. You were email
Jules,
champion, bro.
hey Jules, you know what that's sad about this? I think he actually is the goods, but I can't defend him because of those circumstances. You think he's not? I think he actually is the goods because I
I
think he's much
don't.
smarter than Devin in the
Because
ring. He's shown it.
because if you this is the thing, people we as boxing fans tend to forget one thing. We're here to watch you prove it, not postulate. All of us are here to watch you prove it. Have you proved it yet, Javante? No. You haven't. Ryan, you didn't either. I never seen he knew he tell a motherfucker, yeah, man, I'm coming in at 122. Then the night of the fight, no, I'm coming in at 126, actually. I changed my mind about the weight. I changed my he don't gotta do that to knock your ass out. He don't have to do that. Ryan, you have to do that because you not the real thing, B. I ain't gonna rate you. Now, Ring Magazine can do what they want. ESPN, Boxer, all of y'all can all do what you want because you lost credibility years ago. So you can do what you want. You had Lomachenko in there, but you didn't have Kazuto. There's a lot of people that should have been there that you didn't rate. So you can do what you want. If you want to rate them, you can rate them. But personally, no, you're not getting on my list for no bitch ass shit. You're not.
Bro,
Not for
bro,
no suck
you
ass
know those
shit.
you know those
Do
lists is in part them lists is in part popularity contests in part.
For Americans by American periodicals.
And I asked
They are. They are.
Hey,
I was
Jules,
actually
I
gonna
got a
raise that
question
point.
for you.
Oh my god.
Good.
Do you think Ryan and Devin is today's soft version of Mayorga Forrest?
No, because
No.
he's not. Ryan's not where those. Ryan by himself is not where either of them were. Ryan is like Ryan. I can't compare Ryan to any solid fighter of any previous era because you're not a solid fighter. You're not. I said it the night of the fight. That was not a great display of boxing. What I saw, that wasn't a great display of boxing. You still look kind of shitty in
Well, neither
spots.
was Mayorga, if you think about it, though. I mean, he wasn't
Yeah,
exactly a great boxer.
bro, who's a more accomplished fighter, Mayorga or Ryan?
Oh, Mayorga.
Wow, good.
And up until the point that he fought, fuck, I'm getting old. Forrest. Up until that point, wouldn't you say that Mayorga was more accomplished then than Ryan is now?
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
The only reason that people say anything about Ryan because Americans are too willing to sell their souls at the drop of a hat is because he's popular, not because he's good, not because he's proven, not because he's a champion. No, he doesn't want to be a champion. And y'all celebrate his fuckery. Y'all celebrate it. Americans are likelier to root for the villain, root for the bad guy, root for the toxic guy, than root for the goods that are for the dudes that are good for the sport. You would sooner root for Ryan than Terence, you fucking sellouts. Because for years, y'all drummed up y'all metrics talking down Crawford and talking up Spence. You'll sooner root for a fucking alcoholic flipping Ferraris than you would for Crawford. You'll sooner root for fucking Ryan just because he has followers, just
Hey.
because the metrics is good. You'll sooner root for him than somebody who's good for the sport.
Mm-hmm.
Now look at
Right.
Crawford, man.
And I look
Setting
at
him up for
Crawford.
Turkey.
He's
Motherfuckers
closing up
sitting around here asking questions about Inui, a 4 division, 2-time undisputed champion. Y'all have whole shows asking questions about him, questioning him. But as soon as Ryan does some sucker shit, oh no, he pound for pound. He gotta be. He beat Devin. Pound for pound. I hate the American boxing scene. Like I generally do because the people are generally dumb. They are dumb. It's a stupid argument to have. If making the weight doesn't matter, if 3 pounds don't matter, then why didn't he make it? If it don't matter, even when the motherfucker sits in front of you and tells you, I'm not gonna weaken my, it's on his page right now. I took the screenshot. I used it in several videos. I'm not gonna weaken myself making the weight, but you want to convince me that weight don't matter. He knew exactly what he was doing, and you know what he's doing. You just suck a lot of dick. That's all it is. American boxing scene is a joke, bruh.
Fuck that shit.
But 1.2 million buys, Jules. That's going to buy you a lot of pound for pound lists.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Somebody, I said it in a video I did. I'm not the dude that watches a bunch of people do some shit and say, yeah, I want to do that too. If I see a bunch of people doing some shit, I'm likelier to do the opposite. Because I know that most people are dumb most of the time. So if most of y'all are now saying that makes him pound for pound, I know you're wrong. Because what y'all the ones saying it.
Hey, Jules. Everybody, I'm starting to hear murmurs about Tyson Fury might pull out of the fight.
From
what a
who,
surprise!
From who?
It was like a link, a report saying that his camp was concerned about him being able to fight May 18th. I wish I could remember where the link is. Hold up, I seen. I said, I swear, I better not see this come to. He better retire if he pull out the fight.
You see Turkey and Terence together?
I seen
Let's
that.
go,
I just
man.
seen that. Just
Finally,
the press conference tomorrow.
Yo, okay. I hope
That
this guy's
card is
not fighting
amazing.
one time a year now, bro. Like, get some shine and get out there again, bro.
For
Please.
real, do your thing.
Please, because
the any other boxing scene, and I say it a gajillion times, I'll say it a gajillion more. It shouldn't have took Crawford this long to pop. It shouldn't. Thank God that Turkey Al Sheikh took an interest in him, and he's gonna put him in a position to do more things and make more money. Because it's like, dog, this is the best America has, but you'd never know it based on how they treat him. You're more concerned with a toxic, pubescent weirdo in Ryan. Y'all celebrate that silly ass shit more than somebody who like, yo, when you ask Crawford to fight, he gonna fight and he gonna knock a motherfucker out. But that's not good enough. That's not good enough because he don't act like a weird bitch. Because most of y'all is weird bitches, and you need a weird bitch to represent you. That's what I see. Birds of a feather flock together. If most of you support a toxic fighter over a solid fighter, it's because most of you are toxic. It's because most of you are fucking drug addicts. That's what it is. If you like flip floppers, it's because you be flip flopping. It's not complicated. There's a reason in this market Ryan can be more popular than Terence, which is my. Are we here for boxing or not? I guess not. Y'all not, I guess, basically. Because if this dude is more popular than him, yes, something is clearly wrong. Clearly wrong. Shit is crazy out here, B. Shout out to Will. Preach, Jules. I'm loving alive. The real boxing talks. Yeah, man, like. It should have never took Crawford any other boxing scene in the world with the same resume and the same accomplishments, whether you're talking about in the Far East or across the pond. Terence Crawford would be a fucking national treasure, a superstar. But in America, he's not, right? He's not. He's literally not as popular as Ryan. Literally. Why? Because he's not always talking shit? Acting
That's a
stupid?
sad statement, man. That's a sad statement.
Hey, Jules. Hey, Jules.
It's reality, though.
It is.
Hey, Jules. Just to let you know, the Daily Mail and the U.S. Sun both put out something saying the U16 fears Tyson will pull out.
I wouldn't blame them, but I mean, we'll see, bro. Because if he pulls out of that fight, it really is over. Go away, Fury. Go away. Go the fuck away, bro. May is right around the corner. I'm still hoping that he doesn't, but we'll see, bro. We'll see. Theater of the unexpected. You
Man,
know.
I'm praying for this Crawford card, yo. This sounds like it's about to be the card of the
Yo,
year.
that shit is gonna
Yeah,
be
that card is
lit, bro.
Bro,
ridiculous.
that card's
That card is
ridiculous, bro.
ridiculous,
Especially if you get
bro.
Virgil on there. If you
It
get
was
the
a good
Ryan
card
versus
before they
Pitbull
added
Cruz thing,
Tim and
thrown in.
Virgil.
Who you like
Yeah.
for that fight, unbiased? Virgil
I
or
gotta go.
Tim?
I gotta go Tim because Virgil, for one, hasn't had enough rounds in. He's at 154, and he's not experienced at 154. I gotta go with Tim because of that.
Michael, you agree with that shit?
Yeah, yeah. But fuck, man. I love Virgil. I don't want to see him go out like this, but fuck, hey, whatever.
I
He
He's
don't
ain't
he's
even
going
say
out.
personal.
Virgil. I call him Virgil. I add an E to the end of his name, Virgil. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to
Hey, but
Virgil.
hey, Virgil will give him hell though before he
No, he'll
goes
give him
out.
hell. He'll give him hell. Jason, you agree with that shit?
No, I think Virgil gets him. I think
You
Tim
think
doesn't
Virgil
punch.
gets him?
That
I
wouldn't
don't think
surprise
Tim
me.
punches enough.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
He does punch a lot though, bro. Did you see the Takeshi Inui fight?
That was against
How
Takeshi
long
Inoue, though,
ago?
bro.
How long ago
All
was
right, what
that,
about
bro?
the Brian Mendoza fight? He wasn't throwing a lot of punches?
Fucking Brian Mendoza, bro.
Bro, did Virgil fight somebody better than Brian Mendoza? Did I miss it?
No, I think Mean Machine
Kaviakis.
probably is better.
Kaviakis is better than Brian Mendoza.
I wouldn't go to I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't.
They
Brian
probably on the
Mendoza,
same, almost on
bro.
the same level.
I think Brian has a better chin. You can't knock this motherfucker out. You can't, bro.
That's
Bo
true.
Hachuk was
Bo
killing
Chuk
this
went through
man.
hell trying to get this guy out of there.
And he could not, bro. Like that dude is stubborn as a $2 steak, bro. You cannot get rid of him. Mean Machine, you could get rid of
$2
him,
steak.
Bro, give me Bo Chuk versus the Virgil, bro. That shit would go crazy.
bro. I still want Bo Hachuk versus Laura. I
Yeah.
still want that.
No, yo,
If Virgil
Oscar's
wasn't,
Boachuk
kind of
would
screwing
kill
over
him.
Ortiz right now because you're not
I
gonna
don't know if
get
he'll
rounds
kill
with
him.
a Delorme, bro. You're gonna get maybe you'd be lucky to get 2 minutes with a
Bro, that shit is
Delorme.
gonna last one round, bro.
Not even, not even.
So
Maybe a
y'all ready
minute and
for
a
Spencer
half.
Fedor later this year?
Yeah,
That's what's
you know,
coming.
I talked about that. That if Tim is fighting Virgil, that frees up Sebastian to fight
Oh, yo,
Spence.
did you see what the Ryan's dad said about Spence today?
Not what he said.
He said that when Ryan was talking to him at the gym, like he was just not there. Like he was like completely gone, like his mind or whatever. He could barely speak and shit like that.
Is this
Like that's what.
before or after is this before or after the Crawford
This
fight?
is before the Crawford fight. No,
That he
no,
was
this is
not
after.
there.
This is after. No, this is after the Crawford fight.
This is after the
After.
Crawford
This
fight.
is
He said that
after.
he
Yeah,
spoke to him in the gym and the dude was just
yeah.
like,
He,
but in what capacity? Like, what does he mean? Like, what? Like the dude is just like,
like he's just not there. Like his mind was just not there. Like he looked lost. That's what he said. He said specifically he looked lost.
oh
That's what
wow.
he said.
Um,
Bro, I
yo,
mean,
who is that? That's unbiased. Want me? He want us to hear him yell at his fucking employees and shit.
I got a question for you, gentlemen.
God,
So Spencer's upcoming fight. Where do you rank this as difficulty of opponent for him? You know, top echelon, top three. Like, where do you see him as
who,
it?
Spence?
No. I'm talking about the cat at 154. I'm not gonna butcher his name.
Fedora.
No. That the Crawford's fighting in August. His
Oh,
oh,
opponent.
Madrimov.
Yeah,
Madrimov.
Madronov. Where do
He
you guys
villain,
give like
villain.
give me a
I'm gonna be
breakdown where you see him
villain.
at.
I'm gonna be honest with you. This is the toughest guy Crawford will have ever fought. Honest to God.
Why do you believe that? What do you think
Okay.
Yes,
about him makes him so
yes.
difficult?
Because he does something that these other guys can't do. See, with a Victor Postol, he's out long range. With a Errol Spence, he's in short range. This guy's in and out, throwing punches the whole while, chin tuck, shoulder up, throwing power shots. He's very, very fucking tricky. My honest opinion, this guy might put up a way better fight than Spence.
And
Oh
Way
how?
yeah,
better. And
no, that's
and
one
he
hundred
hits
percent.
harder. And he hits harder than
That's one
Spence.
hundred percent.
Honestly, look, if you don't believe me, there's some old HBO footage of him here on YouTube. You can watch it. That the dude is nice, man. Like he's not all the way out staying behind a jab. No, he's in and out, and he's touching you the whole time. And it's not; these are not textbook punches like, yeah, he's shooting a jab. No, he might hit you in the solar plexus. Bing, pivot, throw it right. Bing, like he's nice, b. So to me personally, he's got more layers, certainly, than an Errol Spence, certainly than a Jeff Horn, than an Indongo. This guy is dangerous. Like
Yeah.
I really think this is gonna be a tough fight.
And he's got a really deep amateur background too, if I'm correct. He's got a lot of amateur fights.
Yeah.
Other things, what is our prediction of Crawford? Now, obviously, Crawford's power has gone up at every level. Do you see difficulties at him adjusting at 154? Do you think his power is going to translate as well?
No, I think the power's gonna translate, but his punch resistance is gonna be tested. There's gonna be scary moments in this fight, villain. There are. This is not a basic fighter. If I still believe Crawford can figure him out and knock him out. I still believe that. Like I can see it, but there's gonna be scary moments.
Have you guys seen him hurt? Have you seen
Crawford's
Madridov
made
hurt
for
at
him,
all?
bro. I think Terence is made for him.
But has Madridov been
destroy
hurt?
him.
Has anyone seen him hurt at all ever in a fight?
He's had lackluster performances
yes. Not hurt, but rattled. I've seen that. I have seen that. I've seen Madrimov rattled. I have.
And he's had lackluster performances before as well too. Like he's not invincible, but I think his athleticism is gonna help him a lot in this fight. But for me, you know how he goes out like Avanesian. He jumps into something. That's what I think.
Yeah, but that's exactly because he's in and you see
He's
what it
in
is
and
that
out.
he's in and
Crawford's
out.
gonna
In and out.
time that. He's gonna time that with something.
David Avocado put up a better fight than Spence. Changed my mind.
No,
I
he
mean,
did.
really.
He did.
Changed my mind that he
David
did not look better.
Avocado.
Such a fucking asshole, yo.
And that doesn't change the fact that he didn't put up a better fight. He looked
Crazy.
better than
I
Spence
love
did.
how we can still make Spence jokes. It's almost been a year. I love it.
I fucking love it, bro. But
No, we waited 5
in a
years.
manner of speaking, here's what I'll say. David Avanesian, he tried to put you can go back and watch that fight. It's free. It's available on several platforms.
It's on YouTube.
The pressure that he put on Crawford early was better than the pressure Errol tried to put on Crawford. He had Crawford moving, little flustered at the start. He's getting in with shots. Go back and watch it. Avanesian's pressure was actually a little better than Errol's.
But that's
because
what Madramov's gonna do. He's gonna pressure him. So those early rounds, Crawford's always susceptible in those 3 rounds. He always gets
those
hit
first
early.
2 and 3, yeah.
Yeah,
Those
he always
first 2 and
gets hit
3.
in those rounds before he figures out your punch patterns and stuff like that. Before he sets up those counters, that's where Madramov's gonna be dangerous for me. I don't know how Bud is gonna feel after a year off, coming up in weight as well. Madrimov, he's not a one hitter quitter type of dude, but
No, but he
he
can
has
crack.
power.
But he can crack.
Pop.
He has
pop.
pop.
But like
Also,
I said,
be good.
let it get in the middle rounds and Crawford knock him out because he'll run him into something. That's
By
all
the
I'm
way,
saying.
isn't that proof of how shit Spence is? That Crawford usually takes the first 2 rounds to figure things out, and it didn't even take him 2.
Exactly. By the second round, it was all bad. By the second round, it was all bad.
Bro, and you know what was crazy? I was literally saying like Spence is gonna win the first 3-4 rounds, and then Crawford's gonna win everything after that.
Bro.
I mean, legitimately now, like reflecting from a comparison standpoint, Devin Haney put up a better fight. He actually looked better against Ryan than Spence. I can't even think.
And people are trying to say that people were trying to say that it was worse, and it's like no, it wasn't worse. Spence won 1 round. Devin legitimately won 5.
Yeah,
he legitimately won 5 rounds.
Absolutely. I mean, it was the tale of 2 different fights. You had a guy who basically dominated Ryan Garcia. I mean, there were long stretches of the fights where Garcia looked basic. His defense, I mean, questionable. He wasn't throwing very much. Haney was fighting on the outside using his jab. And then, of course, those 3 just colossal fuck-up rounds for him. But if you go back and you look at Spence, after the first round, which basically it's the equivalent of Crawford just phoning it in. He did nothing more than just to get his reach and range on Spence. He literally dominated the fight from 2 to 9. I mean, you had at times
Exactly.
that Haney actually looked good.
It was just
at
an
some
ass beat from 2 to 9. It really was just a spanking. Like
That's it.
And
from
I loved
two
it.
to
And
nine.
I loved it. It was satisfying. I waited 5 years for that shit.
I mean, it was
It lived up.
they
It
couldn't have.
was
I mean, it's the few thing. It's one of the few things that PBC has ever done that I actually congratulate and understand. They knew if they put a rematch on, it would have been a fucking financial bath. It would have been an awful decision to put that fight on because Crawford left no doubt how bad he dominated Spence. You can make an argument to say that we should see a rematch with Haney because of the weight issue and also the fact that Haney had long stretches of dominating that fight. And Ryan looked like if Haney had any punching power, open to be hurt. I mean, that would be a better rematch than ever having Spence. I mean, Spence shouldn't be in a ring again, in my opinion, but never against Terence Crawford. I understand why PBC said, fuck that. We ain't putting that fight on.
no, it was a dad beating.
Shut up the Will. Wait a second. Has Virgil been tested since he came back? That rhabdo is no joke. Is his body up for a war with Tim? That's another thing you got to think about,
Yeah,
bro.
man. That too.
Another thing you got to
Wait,
that fight is going to test him, dog. Like it is. Like listen, I said it at the top of the show. Tim did a lot of damage in just 2 rounds to Fundora while he could see. He busted his nose and he busted his mouth. I like Virgil, but you ain't been in there with nobody that hits like that, bro. Nah, you haven't, not yet, let alone at 154. So you do kind of have to give the edge to Tim. I'm gonna
My
get some
rule with
soda.
that,
I'll be right back.
Virgil's
my rule
jumping
with
the gun, man. I'm telling you. I think he is.
my rule with that is until I have the same rule with that I do with a fighter being shot. I have to see a repeat performance of that shit actively harming you in the ring before I say, okay, yeah, that's just it going forward. It was the same thing with Prograde when he had that bad fight with, I think it was Sandor Martin. Was it Sandor Martin? Yeah, when he had that bad fight with him, and I was like, man, he doesn't look good, but maybe it was just the opponent. And then he goes up against Devin Haney, and he looks awful. It's like, nah, that plus the whole YouTube putting all those weight videos on YouTube and Twitter. Nah, he's shot. Same thing with the rhabdo with Virgil. Like, until I see it affect him in the ring, man, he's just kind of cold as far as I'm concerned. Good point, Jason. Thanks, Jason. I appreciated
it. Crickets.
We couldn't top that. That was so eloquently said, Jason. No one can top that.
I know.
You have that effect. You have that effect on the panelists and on the crowd. They're in awe of your breakdowns.
Yes, my oratory skills are sublime. It comes with being a Tyson Fury fan. No woman born of their mother can out-orator me.
You know, I give credit to a dude after all the fuckery that Tyson Fury has been on the past, say 4 years, that you still stand next to him.
When I choose a guy, I ride or die, and I'm not looking to lie. It's looking like we're gonna die.
It sucks because he's just such an unlikable guy with his bullshit. I mean, that's really what it is. I don't even mind actually watching him box. He's a decent boxer. He's been entertaining, but all the outside bullshit that he's on is just so annoying. The multiple retiring and saying, well, I'm not going to fight for money and mental health, and then now I am fighting, owning the big fights. It's so fucking annoying.
Yeah, his shit show is time to be over with, man. I mean, he needs to just get out of here.
But he's a pretty decent boxer. He's got a decent skill set as a fighter, but he's still annoying as fuck.
Not that decent. He got Ngannou knocked his ass down.
That's 3 lines of that was like 3 lines of coke a day for that training camp. Like, come on.
I mean, you gotta, but let's be subjective here. Let's try to be objective, not subjective. Excuse me. Try to be objective though. He beat Vlad. He has been the ring belt champion for however amount of time. He did beat Wilder, which is not really saying all that much now. He's got a decent resume, but he does. I would love to see him fight Joshua. I think that would be I actually want to see that fight more than I want to see Usyk. Now I know Usyk fight is supposed to be and is for um, undisputed, but I think that would be a very good stylistic matchup to watch.
Well, that's what the Turkey is aiming for. Is that after this one, you know, he wants to see AJ possibly against Fury. He seems more interested in that fight than I would say a rematch for undisputed. That's not gonna happen.
Well, part of
What
the reason there's gonna be no interest in that is Usyk's beaten AJ twice. Like, what's a third fight gonna do?
Yeah,
Third
I
time
mean
the
it's a
charm.
hard sell.
I
What
mean, it's not quite a hard sell. I just think that based on what I've seen from AJ, I think it makes it a little bit more compelling now that he has Ben Davis in his corner because he does want that rubber match. You know, he thinks he has a plan to beat Usyk. You know, allegedly.
I mean, he showed up better than the second time around. So I mean, you can make an
Yeah,
argument for a third fight.
He,
It
he
wasn't like he
showed
got
up better.
washed.
He
you know,
showed up better, but I think that a lot of that is highly overrated. Because I remember there was one round where it looked like AJ was killing him to the body, and then you look at the slow mo replay, it's like, oh, Usyk's blocking almost all of those. And it was like a lot of moments like that where AJ looked good initially and clearly won the round just by the eye observation. Then you look at the replay and the slow mo, and it's like he's not doing that much actual damage to Usyk.
Can you agree, or can we agree that he looked better in the second fight than the first?
Oh, easily.
So you
Easily.
can at
Like
least
the
make an
first, he almost
argument.
yeah.
It wasn't like a Spence Crawford where he just blew him out. I mean, you can make an argument for a third competitive fight. But I low key want to see, regardless of the outcome, I want to see Fury versus Joshua.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
I
don't
do.
care.
I think everybody does. Like that fight's a long time coming.
Well, I mean, let's
Yeah,
just say
okay. First of all, look, I don't want to block an Anthony Joshua punch with a fucking anti-mutant shield. So it's gonna be there's gonna be a point that Usyk is not gonna be the same because how he fights, because he uses his legs a lot, and he's gonna slow down. And the guy is 35, 36. The time is gonna come that Usyk is not gonna be the same. And I don't see Usyk really as a freak of nature in the way Terence Crawford is. So for me, it's gonna be a time that Anthony Joshua is gonna have the edge over Usyk, just because Usyk, this is not his weight, and it's gonna slow down. And I think Usyk is gonna retire before that.
I think so too. There's no reason to stick around if he beats Fury. There's nothing to
No,
stick around
yeah.
for. There's nothing left to do after that.
yeah,
You climbed the mountaintop.
he can ride off into the sunset at that point. I mean,
Country, would you pick Devin to beat Ishmael Barroso? I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking. That's a real question.
That's an easy answer. That's an easy question to answer.
you know what?
Come on, don't rat the
I hate,
fence.
I hate to say this, but I'm gonna you. Uh, man, that's kind of tough
No,
because
it's not. It's easy answer. No, he doesn't beat him at all. There's no way he does.
You don't
I,
think he beats him, villain? You don't think he beats him? You think he
No.
gets knocked out?
Yeah, absolutely. With the guy that I just saw, with the punch resistance I saw, it's almost like the blueprint of what happened with Wilder. Once they saw what the guy's weakness was and they saw how to beat him, it exposed him to so many boxers. If you get a halfway decent boxer in there with power, they know now all you have to do is brawl, get in the middle, and it's gonna
Mm-hmm.
make it sloppy. Elbows in the chest, do exactly what Ryan did. Do the exact same thing that Fury did to Wilder. Like make it rough, make it tough, and get in there and punch. And you're gonna. I mean, look at the guy. Look how weak the guy's chin is. I'm sorry, but no, I don't. I don't think he can beat him. Absolutely not.
Michael, you a big Dev Dollar fan. Do you think he could beat Ishmael Barroso? Michael fucking fell asleep again.
He's
He's
crying
always
again.
he's
On this
always
season.
fucking falling asleep, bro. What is this dude? Sell
yeah,
ass?
you know what? I think I'll go with Sugar Barroso on that one, man.
What about
Fucking
Isaac
Michael.
Cruz? I think Barroso has a better option to beat him than Cruz does, in my opinion.
Stylistically, Isaac has the right style, but he's so small that Devin can take a step out and Isaac will be way on the outside. There's always a threat that an overhand gets in because Isaac takes chances and you can't punch. So you won't get his respect. They'll keep coming after you for 36 minutes. So there's always a chance that that overhand gets in and Devin can't take it. The thing is, it's not the overhand right that he seems to be susceptible to. It's the left hook. And that's why I brought up Barroso. I just saw the highlight of Barroso landing a sharp left hook on O'Hara Davies, and he
Yeah,
off top,
crumbled.
or
Yeah.
he crumbled after that. Like it was all over after that. So
The Mummy will absolutely destroy Devin because he is everything that clearly Devin doesn't like. Same size or bigger, same reach or longer, way better on the inside, power puncher with a left hook.
yeah.
And have you seen one point? Have you ever seen Cruz hurt at all though?
No.
I mean, he against Davis.
Not
I mean,
hurt, not woozy. Not woozy. I've seen
but
him
Tank,
flustered, but not woozy.
as much as I'm not a huge fan of Tank, I mean, Tank is a big puncher for his size, and he didn't. I don't feel like Cruz was hurt at all.
No, he never stopped. I mean, the way is he never stopped coming after him
Yeah.
ever.
I think Isaac being a poor boxer and stylistically, like you said, is good. He's got shorter arms. He's not really fun. He for any coach, he's not fun to watch. He doesn't do a lot of things fundamentally correct. But for a guy who hits hard and won't stop, that's not a good guy for Devin Haney to fight.
It
But
really isn't
remember-
stylistically. It
I
isn't.
still.
But-
Oh, good.
But remember that Italian dude who wasn't all that good. I forget his name, Giovanni or whatever.
Cabrera, yeah.
Yeah, he was the only thing he really had was he was taller and longer, and he was able to make that fight difficult to the point where we all thought he got robbed against Cruz.
Yeah.
I don't think I got robbed. They probably called it maybe you could call it a draw, but I think they both were so fucking boring. I wanted to fall asleep. So
that was the fight that made me bust up laughing because Cruz was trying to jump in the air and headbutt him, but he wasn't quite tall enough.
But you get what I mean, right? Like Devin is clearly way better than that guy. So keeping Cruz on the outside will be easy.
Can we agree that Devin is going to be a different fighter once he gets in the ring? I mean, after you get your fucking jaw rearranged and you never had a fight like that before, the minute you get in there, you're going to be gun shy. It's going to be harder for him to adapt than I think some people realize.
I'm really wondering what he's going to do because the thing is that he's only used to fighting one way. People are finally starting to realize fighting on the outside doesn't make you more skilled, It actually, you're doing that because you're less skilled, because you can't handle yourself on the inside. So what's Devin going to do? Is he going to add more infighting to his repertoire? He's not good at it. You understand what I mean? That's what you're missing. But if you try to do it, you might get fucked up again because you don't have what it takes to be there. You can't land with authority. At that range, you fish food. I really don't know what he's going to do. I don't know.
I mean, on that, I guess, like, I hear what you're saying about him being gun shy, but it's like, what's that going to be? Him being on the outside, tap dancing on his toes, throwing a jab, clinching on the inside? Oh, wait, what he's been doing?
What he's been doing, but because he's limited to doing that. You see what I mean? That, like, I don't really know what you're going to do because every single time you tried to break character, it showed that, you shouldn't be there. You shouldn't have been there with Linares. You shouldn't have been there with Diaz. The only thing that saved you with Diaz is Diaz can't punch either. He's never been a power guy. He's a volume guy, but he's not a power guy. Lomachenko beat you. I don't care what anybody says. Lomachenko beat you. And he beat you on the inside because you were trying to fight him on the inside. And we see what Ryan just did to you. So, I don't know.
Although I just said that, we have to remember this guy clearly has a kink or a fetish or whatever for hard punching. He wants to be known as a puncher because he keeps doing this. And when the Linares fight, he went up like a little dog, panting away. How's my punching power? What does it compare to Lomachenko? Do I hit hard? Do I hit hard? Say I hit hard. Like,
no, it's a sore spot for him because he knows that he doesn't. That's why it's a sore spot, because he knows that he doesn't, that he gets off clean punches on Saturday. He got off clean punches. They just didn't do any fucking thing, bro. There's nothing on those shots.
One thing that kind of shocked me, or didn't shock me, excuse me, is whenever Ryan did whatever that freaky, strange, weird side turn thing that he did, and Devin just sit there and he hit him like 5 times. And it didn't phase him at all. And I thought to myself, you're a professional athlete hitting on a guy who literally is exposed, and the dude turns around like it's nothing. I mean, you obviously don't hit very hard if that's what's happening.
Yeah, I mean that looked very cringe, man. I mean, that's like, yo, take that, no Diddy, and it's like you're not doing anything effectively, and those punches do not count.
What makes
Yeah,
it
and
bizarre, what makes it bizarre is that Devin actually has size. You know that he's a decent size. He was a big lightweight. He's still kind of big for 140, and even at 147, that in terms of dimensions, right, wingspan, height, what he rehydrates to, he has size and no fucking power. None.
Can you imagine if he got in the ring with a guy like Mean Machine at 147 after hydrating?
Bruh.
Holy shit. Better
Bruh.
have a casket waiting.
Go
yeah.
ahead, Leo.
Okay, I think all that shit about the booty roll, that strange defense that Ryan Garcia is now using. I think you're misreading the situation because look, if you're doing that shit, I don't think nothing is gonna work in terms of punching. I, I, if you're gonna go for a shot of the back of the head, maybe you're gonna hurt it. But besides that, there is a reason Ryan Garcia does that. I think. Look, if you're gonna say something is smart because he's protecting himself, doesn't require much skill. It's not a finisher. Finisher, you have to be skilled in the way James Toney and Floyd Mayweather use it to
Hmm.
deflect the punches. Floyd Mayweather sometimes when I was first starting to look to Floyd Mayweather and didn't know much about the sport, I was like, is he giving his back to his opponent? Is that allowed? But yeah, it is allowed, but he's trying to set up a straight right. So I see their reasoning. And you have to have time, you have to have speed and awareness about what the other guy is going to do. What Ryan Garcia does with the booty shell doesn't require any skill. And
The booty
if,
shell.
dude, if I keep seeing that shit, God forbid, if I see other
No,
No,
fighters
because
Leo.
emulating
Leo,
that
in
shit,
all actuality, if we're gonna be 100% honest, Ryan is getting away with an illegal move. You are not supposed to turn your back to your opponent, and he's been doing it since the Duarte fight, where you're basically almost turned completely around
Mm.
and hunkering down into a fetal position. By all rights, what the ref is supposed to do in that situation is warn you the first time and then start deducting points because he's not supposed to do that. And he did it in the Duarte fight more than once. He even did it this past Saturday, and they're not calling him on it. Now we know that because he's worth some money. Now they're never going to call him on it when he does the booty show.
yeah,
They're
and
never going to call him on it.
yeah, to Dylan's point of whoever he said this, I don't think Duarte punches uh, is a light puncher, and he wasn't able to really to hurt Ryan Garcia when he was doing that shit. So yeah, it is effective to go into fetal position and do the booty shot.
But shout out to the
I
booty, the booty
yeah,
shit.
I have a question. I have a
Yeah.
question. Who do you think taught him the booty roll? Was it when he was taken into the woods by the Illuminati
No, no, no,
and got
no,
punched in the ground
no.
repeatedly?
When you're a bitch of that caliber, you're gonna come out with that move by
This
yourself.
is high level bitch shit. Like this
Yeah,
is not in the manual of bitch assness. This is high
Mhm.
level bitch shit. This is the kind of bitch shit that you can't teach. That you're in a fight, and what you resort to is to turn all the way around and show him your asshole, because
Yeah, and
that's what he's doing.
I can agree with Derek James. Like he didn't taught him that. He never claimed that shit. And
Honestly,
he's making the money,
like
man.
it's in all actuality though, all fuckery aside, it is an illegal move. It is illegal. You're not supposed to turn your whole back around on the opponent. You're not. You
Oh,
you, you
Jules,
do
come on now. Come on now. Yeah, yeah. Referees issuing warnings, taking points in this economy.
exactly. Like Ryan, which is you know I guess how angry it makes you depends on how invested you are. I'm not invested, so I don't really care. I have a good idea what Ryan's going to do and what the matchmaking's going to look like moving forward. I think if people start to get upset, it's only when others start to propagate this bullshit and claim that he's something that he isn't on using this victory as a platform that no, he's not a good fighter. I'm sorry. No, he's not. And if you want to prove me wrong, no weight stipulations, no fucking around. Go in there and fight Boots then.
But we
I
You
both
mean, do
said
you have
know.
any?
But we both know in today in with today how people are today, they don't give a shit if you're a good fighter or not. I mean,
no, they don't.
they want to
Mm,
be entertained or they want drama or they want this psychosis that we saw. So while us as boxing fans, of course, we find it disgusting and annoying. The average casual doesn't give a shit because lots of clicks on social media and a lot of bullshit he's doing. So they don't give a
mhm,
fuck about that.
Yeah,
right.
this is this is this
Just
this
add
is
one
this
last
is
thing.
gonna be a JV.
What do
This
you
is
think
gonna
of
be
now?
this is gonna be a JV situation moving forward that divides the boxing community into real hardcore boxing fans that they watch the sport, and young people that think they know boxing. That's what's about to happen. In some ways it's beneficial to the sport that he's bringing a younger set of eyes to it, because very few fighters can do that. Those young eyes and those young wallets and that younger generation, he can do that, and that's good for the sport. But it is going to be annoying for us because they're really going to try to prop him up to me and you as something that he isn't, because he has to play with the scales. All you did on
Right.
Saturday was play with the scales. All you did was the okey doke. That's it. That's it. Now you don't care. You don't care if you did that because you got to make a lot of money, and you're of the mindset that a win is a win. See, Americans used to want to be the king of the hill. The fighters, they used to want to be the king of the hill the right way. That, yeah, I'm the fucking man, bro. I'm the fucking man, B. I don't got to do this whole shit. But a part of the Mayweather era, and I will say this, it was being a coward and passing it off as being smart. No, you're a coward. It's not that you're smart, you're a coward. That's all it is. And I'm so sick of it's not the UK boxing scene. It's not, no, it's not them. It's not them. It damn sure ain't the Asians. It's not the Japanese. Them motherfuckers fight till they hamburger. It's only the Americans passing off cowardice as intelligence. It's not that you're smart. You're just a coward.
Mhm.
How do you think they're gonna match him now? What do you think
They're
Ryan
gonna
will
bring they're gonna bring up 140s up to 147. He's going to rehydrate to 165 and 170 the night of a fight as a welterweight against 140s, because from the beginning, Oscar Duarte was a 135 who they brought up to 140, which Ryan didn't even make. He didn't even make it. People forgot he didn't make it. All they're going to do is bring up little guys for him to fight. That's what they're going to do. You think he's going to fight solid welterweights? What? We're expecting him to fight Stanionis? Nah,
And that's
I don't
when
see
the
it.
pay-per-view money that he's expecting to get is gonna dry up. I mean, if you're gonna lead on this, if you're gonna kick off this new age of catchweight fighting. I mean, who's gonna follow along? What other big name is out there that's gonna do that shit?
Yeah. I mean, like, I could see maybe Mario Barrios. That I do think Barrios is beatable enough, right? That Ryan could beat him. He could. I think Ryan could beat Barrios. No dicking around. No
Right.
playing with the scale. I could see him beating that guy because Barrios is a mid-range fighter. He'll be there for the left hook, and Ryan is faster. So I could see that. But
Yeah.
outside of him, real solid welterweights, just real solid guys. He's not gonna fight them.
Nah.
No,
He's just
bruh.
gonna be a boxing version of Jake Paul.
He
Diet
can,
Jake
he can
Paul.
take.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna be able to take Barrios easily because Barrios's best punches are the 1-2.
Yeah. He'll
So
counter
this
the
like
jab with his. He'll counter Barrios's jab with the left hook. Barrios is not fast or fundamentally sound. He can
yep.
beat. He can beat him. But the
okay.
guys like. But obviously
Eh,
not Boots. Obviously not Stanny. Like, no, he's not gonna fight people like that.
It's a good thing for
okay,
Ryan then if that fight happens. Barrios does
okay.
have a belt.
What I'm going to say is not gonna sound fair, but that shit you're talking about making guys one from 135 and 140 to fight at 147. Uh, that reminds me that what Floyd did in his run as a welterweight. A little
That's
bit.
exactly what. That's exactly what he did.
Yeah, it's not fair because before Mayweather, it was Pretty Boy, and that fighter for me solidifies his legacy more than what he did in welterweight and super welterweight.
I agree.
But yeah, for me, it was always so strange a guy like Floyd coming from what super featherweight,
Yeah,
featherweight.
super feather all the way up to welter.
Yeah, and I always saw the guys that was he was fighting at welterweight, and I didn't saw the difference in size and length and reach. Never saw it.
I'll say this much about Floyd. What saves Floyd from criticism in that situation is that his whole era of welterweights weren't real welterweights. The whole era, all the somebodies, Manny, Marquez, Cotto, well, he didn't fight De La Hoya at welter, but you see what I mean? Guerrero. These were not real welterweights. That what saved Floyd from criticism and being pigeonholed for it is the entire landscape was full of little people that moved up. They were not real welterweights. And it's the era after that where you start seeing real welterweights because Kel never campaigned anywhere else. Keith never campaigned anywhere else. Sean never campaigned anywhere else. That all right, these are welterweights. They're not guys who used to fight at 130. You know, they're not. And they certainly didn't fight where Manny came from, where Manny started out. These are not little guys that moved up. So that's kind of what saved Floyd. Now, in the case of Ryan, you clearly have the dimensions of a welterweight. Clearly. You're what is he? 5'10"? Rehydrates to about what, 165 around there, right? You're a welterweight, but you're not going to fight welterweights. You're not. You're not. And before anybody gives me shit, not that y'all are going to do it, but I know people that watch this back, they're going to try to. I'm not exonerating Devin. You're no better. That's where you were supposed to be a while ago. You're no better. You're supposed to be at welterweight, but you
Facts.
wanted to fight little people. You did. Why is a guy your size cutting that much weight to get to 35 or to get to 40? Because you want an advantage. The same reason Benavidez does it. I don't cop a plea for none of these dudes, bruh. That's
And he
why y'all
really lost.
doing it.
You
And
couldn't
he
make.
really lost to a natural featherweight.
He's not gonna be able to fight at 147. He can't break glass, and he's not gonna be able to handle the big punchers up there. So he wants to stay down at 140 as long as he possibly can. If he
Bro,
moves
I
to,
don't think he's going to, bro. I don't think he's
then
going
then
to.
his career
He's
is gonna
already
be very
gone.
very short at 147 if he gets in there with anyone who can fucking punch.
Yeah.
This Saturday was honestly the fight between the guy who broke the letter of the law and the guy who was whipping the spirit with a sledgehammer. That's what it
Yeah, I
was.
mean, it was just karma in a manner of speaking. Like it is how Regis put it, even though Regis complaining about it afterwards, it kind of leaves a like come on, bro. But I do agree that it is karma though, because you know why you're doing what you were doing, the same way Ryan knows why he did what he did. It all just came back and blew up in your face because it is silly. Why are you cutting that much weight? What are you doing? You're trying to fight smaller people. We all know that's what you're doing. And even though you're not the only one doing it, I never said you were. I'm just saying that's what you're doing. If you
I
walk
mean,
around 160, 170, why are you cutting down to 135? Why are you cutting down to 140?
right.
Motherfucking Benavidez, you walk around two and change. I can see it. Why are you cutting down to 168?
And we got to have the same energy for Josh Taylor too, man. That's another guy who should have been at
Yeah,
the World Cup.
yeah, yeah. I'll say that I liked his run. I liked his run as undisputed. But yeah, after you did that, you should have moved up right after that. After you became undisputed, after the Jose Ramirez fight, there was no reason for you to stay at 140. There wasn't. What to do what? To look bad against tuna casserole?
And
Come on.
I would say the same thing about Regis, but he at least has a bit of an excuse where his dimensions, I don't think, would allow him to campaign at 147.
He could, but he'd be small. He could. Like I know what you. He'd be a small 147. He would. But hey, man, Pitbull's a small 135. You know, he's small 135. That dude is mad, and he's a champion at 140. You could fit him in your breast pocket, Jason. Put him on the table. He'll start shadow boxing. Pitbull Cruz. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, but it's just a shame that the two best 140 pounders who put on that epic show were just like too. Well, I'll just go ahead and say it. Too scared to go to 147 because they did everything in their power to stay at 140.
And I don't even know what they had to
standard
be scared
practice.
of. I mean, other than the politics of PBC, you know, when they had to stranglehold the welterweight. But you know, now that it's open, I guess you know, go for it.
Yeah, you know, I mean, like, and maybe that is what kept him there. Now that Virtuoso said it, maybe it was the politics. They felt that, well, I'll go to 47, but I won't get any fights
Mm-hmm.
because all the guys are on some other side of the street. But it still stands to reason that well, let's say this: Josh Taylor had to have a hell of a run before it caught up. Whereas Devin, we could see that, yo, you are killing yourself to get down there, bro, to 35. You are killing yourself. And only 2 fights into your super lightweight campaign, you're already looking dry. Your eyes are sunken in. You can't take a shot. It's like, and I see what I see is it's mostly the Americans doing it. I don't really see the Brits struggling with this as much as the Americans are struggling with it. Because y'all really just cutting a lot of fucking weight to fight little people.
The Japanese almost don't do it at all. Like they may cut down a little bit of weight, but usually they'll do it the way Inoue did it, where it's like they just came out of the amateurs, you're not even 18, and then as soon as you start putting your man weight, you're skipping weight classes.
Yeah, Junto, look at Junto. He didn't stay at whatchamacallit too long, and he don't plan to stay on this weight too long. Move right up. Like, man, fuck that shit. It's time to move up. You know where these motherfuckers want to sit there for 10 years. Wonder why they can't take a shot. I'm gonna enjoy. Oh God, if David loses, man, if David Benavidez loses, that's gonna be fucking great.
Mirage would be on suicide watch, man.
I'm enjoying that a lot too.
It's gonna be fucking great. Well, look, you fucking pricks. I'm gonna go to sleep, and I am gonna go live probably again one more time before this weekend show, and I'm gonna go live for this weekend show. We got Virgil Ortiz versus Thomas Dulorme, and God help me, Jose Ramirez versus Rancis Bartholomew.
What time
Jesus
does that come on,
Christ.
on like Pacific Standard Time?
How quickly does Virgil knock him out? Are we talking 30 seconds?
Fucking round 1, bro.
45
Like
seconds?
I'd say a minute and 30 into the fight. Minute and 30.
Bro, I go longer than that. That's
that round betting gonna come in clutch. All right, good night, guys.
I'll let y'all.
Good night, everybody.
Have a good night,
Thanks,
everybody.